watch with history only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. Tourists. The observer. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. The observer.
Close it with it. Right, we have one more video to play. Let's have a look. And then we're done. Right. So we have Dave Duran asks, court assassin, TikTok has TikTok gone to a head?
TikTok's gone to your head. Do you think TikTok's influenced your behaviour? And do you think because it's social media, you can get away with anything you want?
Because
Angie, can I have the symptoms? What are the symptoms, please? We need to know the symptoms of schizophrenia, please. Can you read them out? I need to know if I am. Aunt Debbie's got me worried. What's the symptoms in adults?
Let me have a look. Symptoms of schizophrenia.
In adults.
Yeah.
Miss Red doesn't stand a chance against my schizophrenia.
Yeah, symptoms, hallucinations. You do hallucinate.
I do, don't I?
Yeah.
I imagine things.
Seeing things.
Yeah. I thought people were outside the house. Do you remember the cameras and everything?
Yeah, you definitely have delusions. Unusual beliefs not based on reality.
Check,
yeah. Mental thoughts and speech based on hallucinations or delusions. Oh, losing interest in everyday activities.
Yeah, I'm being obsessed with just online drama.
Not wanting to look at blood. I think I've got schizophrenia.
Oh, we've got it together.
After yourself and your needs, such as not caring about your personal hygiene. That's definitely me. I've definitely got schizophrenia.
You've got it too.
Feeling disconnected from your feelings or emotions. Yeah.
There we go. We're emotionless.
Can I just jump in while EQ's here? I'm not like here to say it, Chelsea, that you are.
Right, Debbie, love. If you suspect it and you've got evidence.
No way I said that, but do you know, people saying I've got all the schizophrenia and all the ADHD. Yeah. When you watch your son physically sectioned and the mental health battle.
Well, when you watch me as a viewer knowing that, do you think I've got something else wrong with me?
No, as a mum, you know, like he displays it with anger and it's heartbreaking. So those that mock it, shame on you because
I think EQ has BPD.
Karma always comes round.
I think
Chelsea.
No, I think EQ has BPD, although she does have symptoms of schizophrenia as well.
Well, ADHD is in line with BPD. It's the same symptoms.
Oh. I see. If it's the same symptoms, I think you have.
Yeah, it's Google for the symptoms for ADHD and BPD. They're similar because it's emotions. It's all emotion based, isn't it?
What about sociopaths? Should we look at those symptoms?
Oh, we'll describe Corey.
Sociopath. Symptoms of sociopath. Have difficulty unable to control their anger. That does sound like you, that one. Exploit. Oh, this one's definitely you, AQ. Exploit, manipulate, or violate the rights of others.
Oh, my God. Sounds like you as well. Debbie, thank you so much. We have all the diagnoses.
They're all very similar to each other, though, aren't they? So it's really difficult to know even which one you are. You could be all of them. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I would go with the sociopath because that first one is definitely a tick. This one's definitely a tick. Behave irresponsibility and show disregard for normal social behaviour.
Do you get benefits for any of these?
I don't know. Do you?
I could get PIP now because I've got ADHD. I've got a certificate.
I don't think people get disability for it.
You get PIP for it. You can. Even though I earn so much, I could still get PIP, but I would never.
Yeah, but I think it depends how severe it is.
I'll take it. I've got combination. It's the worst kind, and I'm on dexamphetamine tablets, 20 milligram every 4 hours. So yeah, mine's extreme. And Black Pope has analysed my results and everything, you know, he's got all the paperwork, because people were asking me to prove it. I put on my story and nobody looked at my story. Like, you don't remember it. So Black Pope's done a whole video about it a while ago, but nobody pays any attention when they get the actual facts, you see. They ask for things and then you give it to them and then they don't even look.
I'm not even lying. I think it's more of I think you're a sociopath, because it says here, lack guilt, not learn from their mistakes, and blame others for problems in their lives.
Oh, I never blame anyone, so it can't be me, see, because everything I come with, like yourself, most of the time is with videos to disprove, because Miss Red would have everyone believe that you've done loads to her and she's never done nothing to you but be fair and lovely. So then when you're outraged about that, that doesn't mean anything to do with the symptoms to do with sociopath. It's because the truth. But Miss Red would have everyone believe that we're the worst in the world when she's done terrible things to us both.
That's very true. I think she's one of these too.
So yeah, so I think the thing with us makes we look crazy, because we'll get it's actually being said about us. So when we go on about it and we say it every day and stuff, it makes us look obsessed maybe. But like, it's because it's been such an injustice.
Yeah. It's like me, I repeat myself constantly because I just feel like people aren't listening to me.
Yeah, same. So that's why there's loads of videos of us always ranting and raving, going on about the same thing, and they go, oh, they're obsessed. How many times has Miss Red put Why You So Obsessed With Me song on about you? She's done it about me loads of times. She's just so repetitive, rinse and repeat.
Yeah. I think the only problem with her life is, like I said, it's like she puts people in the boxes to drag you. You know,
have you noticed she hasn't been doing the boxes lately? She's too scared to open the boxes because too many people are waiting to have their opinion, because she's stifled everyone for so long now, where they've not allowed their opinion, sort of thing, because she's a bit scared to open them, because she doesn't know who's going to come in, whether it's going to be a delusive Angie cult member, whether it's going to be an evil army member, because she's open them to anybody. You know what I mean? And anybody, and if she says, oh, it's only subs getting in the box from now on.
You know when you said she ruined FYP? I agree.
Yeah.
It starts with her at 10. You know, she gets a ball.
Do you know what I meant by it, Angie, just to elaborate, is that before that you were going live and just having a ball, I was going live, we were going on holidays, all us creators and everything, and then she started criticising us all, and none of us do anything now because she started that FYP show. So when I say she ruined the FYP, it's because it used to just be all of us being ourselves, and if we got criticised, it'd be in the comment section, or it'd be in our own lives to criticise us, they'd jump in our box. And then she started that show, and from then we all now have to do a show because she says such terrible things about us, and we have to show the evidence then. So if she stopped it, it'd all stop, because, you know, I'd just rather be doing my holiday content, doing this, that, and that. But if you breathe, Miss Red's like, oh, look, and makes a lie up about you and says they've done it for this reason, and then you've got 3,000, 4,000 people singing from the same hymn sheet. So Miss Red ruined this app, the whole UK British side of things.
I think the FYP has ruined TikTok. No one's doing content anymore. We're talking about other FYP hosts.
Yeah, it's because we're constantly responding to everything, because throughout the day, you've got to remember now, there's about 10 people who do FYP, so you respond to 9 people every day, because at 9 people, I give my opinion on you, Sophie Bailey gives their opinion on you, this person does, Miss Red, Luke, so every day when you come on, you're constantly in this vicious cycle of repeating and rinse and repeat, because they use you then for content, because the ones who've got no views then start talking about you, and then they get showcased in front of thousands of people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she did create all of this because everybody was just getting on with their own thing. People were battling if they liked that. People were going on holiday. But then she started to criticise everybody and showcase people and make lies up about them and say they were doing things they weren't. And then everybody would have their opinion. So that's why I said what I said.
Yeah. I think also with Miss Red, she'll talk about, like, for example, me, and she'll say something bad, drag on her platform, other people in her boxes, and then she won't talk about what other people said to me. I mean, I don't know if you feel that same way.
Absolutely. She's so one-sided. It's always she'll show like half of the story, and like with you, at least you show both sides. I show both sides, you know what I mean? Even if I've said something, I'll show what I've said bad. You know, like, and I'll involve it in what's going on and I'll show it. Whereas she, if she doesn't like you, then she uses her platform to bully others. And then Luke, like you said, is now Alex Brigham. He's obsessed with Miss Red. Totally and utterly obsessed. Like, whatever she says. So he turned around and said, Zach's not allowed to have a laugh and a joke, because Zach wasn't even being serious. He was just doing satire, and he was singing songs, not only jokes and that, and not insulting. And he said, you're not going to bully this, telling everybody that Zach's bullying Miss Red, and it's not the case. She bullied him. We all know what she did with him to Fact Freak. Yeah. So Zach's meant to get over his worst time of his life being shared by Miss Red because she wants to move on, and then Luke the judge is now telling Zach he's in the wrong after Miss Red wanted an exposure on Zach's self-harm, bloody blood bath in his bathroom.
Yeah.
So people need to stop forgetting so easily, and that's what Miss Red hates, is the fact that's why she keeps going on. You can bugger your police. Angie, I could report to the police tomorrow that you've done something, they'd investigate it. Doesn't mean a fucking thing, you know. As soon as that police, if there ever was any police, because I've still not seen any, as soon as I speak with them, I've got everything in a row already of everything she's ever said about me. When she's given me a dress out, she's incited violence, she's incited hate on me, she's called me names, she's invalidated my real life abuse, she told people I wasn't abused, and the next week I have been abused. So do you think when I showed the police the other side of the coin, because she just thinks she can make a report and then it's, oh, off to jail you go? No. Wait till I show what you've done. I wouldn't be surprised if she got arrested.
I don't personally think the police are going to do anything.
I know, honestly, no. I got a call.
Like,
I got a call from Greater Manchester Police, because I live in Wigan, so it falls under Greater Manchester, not Merseyside. So if I press 999, they say, hello, Greater Manchester Police. So that woman was wrong. I don't live in Merseyside. It's right on the edge. So I live in Greater Manchester. So I spoke with the police about Jack's boss. Do you remember? And it was nothing to do with doxing. It was what I'd wrote on the post, because I said to harass him, basically, and to trash him, you know what I mean? And to leave 1-star reviews and that. So it was nothing to do with the doxing. It was just, they called it restorative justice. If you want to Google and check the facts or whatever, they said it was a restorative justice call. He doesn't want to take it any further because it was an isolated incident, but he just wants to make sure that this won't happen again. And I said, no. I said, I also obviously had these calls in myself regarding all of these people, because they were mocking me, gendering comments, and that's they were involved in the whole Jack scenario. So it was just a courtesy call. So at the time, they would have said, oh, by the way, because Miss Red's email was on the 28th of whatever last month from the Greater Manchester Police. So I've not even been asked anything. They've got my phone number, obviously, because they phoned me the other day, and I've got the messages, and I even sent Corey the screenshots to show the proof. And I can send them to anybody. That I spoke with them. I've got the call log and everything. Yeah. The text message to say, we've spoken to you today, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. I think it's just tit for tat. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, she'd never be able to get me done because of all the things. The CPS would never touch it, you know what I mean? What, like you said earlier on, I've been on social media for 16 years. Do you know how many people have tried to silence me by going to the police, but I just show what they've done to me, and then you always get your right to respond. So I wouldn't even get arrested. They'd ask me to go in for a voluntary interview. Now, I would take my solicitor, Elaine, with me. You know, so then we get full disclosure before I even get asked any questions. So I know what they've got. I see all the evidence first. And I have got on my telephone all of the videos. I've gone through everything for every occasion, right from the beginning, what she said, what she's done. She gave me a dress to Only Tony. You know, these people are weirdos. And all I ever said was Miss Red sticks a nappy on her head and frigs herself off. That's not speaking disgusting on children. I said she's put a soiled nappy on her head. How does that make her say talking disgusting? And remember, Delusive Angie, you keep missing the point on this as well. You said, oh, well, maybe if you didn't say these things, people wouldn't be saying it. But you're not understanding that Rickster and Talia are saying that I've interfered with real children. Sam Swinhoe, he said I slept in a bed with them. So he's saying I'm doing it. And nobody is clarifying, because he's saying Miss Red will tell you all, because she's had Bob the Banana's mother in the box when that was debunked. So she's silent on it. Whereas Luke yesterday, I don't know whether you've played the clip or seen it, he said, listen, he said, I know nothing and I've never known of no involvement to it to do with their and child abuse. And I said, okay, fine. And then obviously Miss Red tried to be defiant today and not say anything. And Chelsea Leart come out as well and said, I've never seen Eva Queen in any beds with anybody. I was in a bloody mental hospital. You watched it live for a while. Miss Red said this morning, I watched the whole entire thing, and that was through my live then, because I was on news live, so she knows there was no children. Whereas Rick's just saying that Miss Red's a witness. That's why I'm going for Luke and Miss Red, but Luke's verified now. So it's because he's saying the witnesses misread. If it was anybody else, would say I'm not a witness to any child abuse. What you're talking about? Because it's me. She won't clarify it. So that's why I've gone mad.
Yeah. However, she doesn't need to clarify though, does she?
No, I don't need to now. Chelsea Leart's done it. Look, the judge has done it. I don't need any. This whole app knows now. I've proved my point. So I'm not going to even be going on about it now.
Yeah.
Even Sophie Bailey, even she said in that video that you played, I know you said I was talking over it, but she turns around and says, you know, they're the ones who are bringing up real children and bringing up Sam Swinhoe and saying that she slept in a bed and all that, but he's a real child, but everyone's missing that point. So I just said, and the other day, Angie, when I brought up and said that you hadn't been raped and all that, I said it to see if they'd react, because nobody reacted and was outraged about it when it was said to you. So I was just proving a point, but you don't watch my lives, you just see clips, obviously. So that was the intention, was to cause an outrage so that everyone went, oh my God, look what she said. And then Corey would have got shit, wouldn't he? But they never again.
Yeah. No, they never mentioned it. And
Exactly. So everything I'm doing is to prove a point.
Yeah, because Miss said she can't play the victim, said no one sticks up for her, but she's got Luke, she had Alex, she's the most protected.
She's had everybody. Prince Brat, you remember when he used to go for everybody? She's got so many people. You're right. She complains about being the most bullied, but she's the most protected by all of those. So what you talking about? Me and you sit alone. You've got your little friends in the box, and I've got my EQ minx in there. And Alice and people like that, Gracie.
Yeah, exactly.
So we stand alone with just our support network. She sits there with multiple shows saying the same thing as her. She's the bully.
Yeah.
So I don't give a fuck about the police case. I'm never going to stop talking about this woman. I've got all the evidence to back up the reasons why. So she can fuck off. But you misread. All right, I'm going. But try to get the context of things. You are irritating sometimes. Goodbye. See you later.
Right, and that's FYP, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Come on, what? Who wants the box? Oh, Torian.
Bruv. I've been waiting to come in, yeah, so I can talk. Can you get her back in here, please? Because she's a liar. I need to debunk a few things that she's said. Wait, hold on. Can you get her back in here?
Of course, she's listening to the comments, so debunk it, and then she'll probably jump in the box.
Pardon? What did you say?
Yeah, I said debunk it, and then she'll probably jump in the box.
All right, so the first thing I want to say, Angie, you're not as dumb as you look. The woman is using you, bruv, yeah? She picks you up and throws you whenever she can.
Yeah, but Torian,
that's the first thing I want to say.
For one thing, hear me out, right? I've said there's no point talking to EQ because she's not listening, you know? So there's no point. What is the point?
Okay, I mean, that's up to you anyway. But anyways, number 2, she's talking about Miss Red and Luke and all these other people, but at the same time, you actually clout chase off Miss Red and that. You don't get the same... I'm talking about her. She doesn't get the same views that Miss Red gets on a normal day on her little 8 p.m. shitty show. She's talking about children this and children that, but there's a video on the FYP of her talking about she's going to go to Alicia's son's football team. What have you, as a big grown woman, going to people's kids' football teams? That doesn't make, are you a weirdo?
Yeah, but I said this today. I think it's some of the things she says. And I know she's saying she's trying to prove a point, but that's not proving a point talking on children. Do you know what I mean? You can go back with, well, you're the peddler, you're the groomer, absolutely. But when you go into detail and say you're going to find this and that, then I've said that already. Then it's not okay, no.
So, and Black Pope, she said, can I say, I don't think she's got ADHD. That's another thing as well. I think she's lying about that. I think she's lying about that. And for her to say, Black Pope can rectify that, show us your ADHD certificate right now. Tell her to show us her ADHD certificate right now if she has really got ADHD, because I don't think that woman's got ADHD for shit. And I don't care what you lot say.
Guys, I'm devil's advocate. I'm not getting involved. I'm just doing the goddamn FYP. I play the videos and I have an opinion. And that's...
Where's her ADHD certificate? Then I'll believe her.
Someone said she show her issues in the box.
And then, what'd you say?
Viewers don't pay my bills. I make more money than this. I smash her out the ballpark. So I'm only interested in money. You use it for
evil shit. Why did you want to go to Alicia's son's football team?
Well, you don't watch my shows. I've already
I do watch your shows because she gifted Luke the Judge, and then you said what you said.
It was nothing
what
to do with
have
Alicia.
You, as a big woman, got to do with a little boy at a football match?
Okay, do you want to hear?
Go on.
So I played a clip on the FYP. Well, it wasn't actually. I was Cam 2 and Luke the Judge, and he was playing.
Yeah, she gifted him.
Yeah, be quiet and let me tell you.
All right, go on then, evil shit.
So the clip was being played. It wasn't even about Alicia's son and the school fucking football team. So nobody was raising an issue as the woman's point in the box. So I was actually defending, and I would never have put anything out. I was proving a point out. Look how everyone's outraged.
You're always proving
about
a fucking
me.
point.
You're not listening again. You've asked the question. Let me speak. I'm proving the point here, and it's true. Look how outraged you all are. Where was the initial outrage for the poor woman whose children's football team got doxxed? It's all about me. I got the name wrong. I didn't know it wasn't Alicia speaking. So I've never put nothing out. I was just proving a point. Look how outraged everyone is. What about the poor woman who initially had her son's kid fucking doxed
Okay, because
everywhere?
can I respond then?
No,
Okay,
you can't. Goodbye.
but it's fake outrage because did you not go and try go for Miss Red's granddaughter? Have you not mentioned multiple kids? Have you not even mentioned my kids? And,
Yeah, but point,
about...
if
No,
you-
hold on, Angie. Let me land 1 second.
Hold on.
Bro, you lot are not letting me talk.
Miss Red was friends with her kids. They were friends.
Listen, can I speak? She's sitting up here talking about, oh, justice for the woman, but you're the same person that has spoke about people's grandkids, spoke about people's children. You have no flipping legs to stand on, and it's all for clout. She's doing all of this for clout. She don't care about the children. She don't care about them. She doesn't. She's a flipping wrong'un of a woman. And the fact that everyone still sits here entertaining this shit face of a woman, because that's what you are, is ridiculous. It's every day. And you know what's mad? I've realised is that her clout is going. She's not getting the same traction that she used to get. So now she's clinging on to everybody else. So she's going to go back to talking on Luke the Judge. She's going to go back on talking on you. She's going to go talking back about all these creators because her thing's failing. You lot are not seeing the bigger picture here. Her account is going and I'm sitting back laughing, baby.
Me too. I'm laughing.
I just think, can I just quickly say, people just need to stop talking to children. Stop calling her peddler, stop calling her groomer. She'll stop talking on children. Stop, resolve.
No, Evil Queen needs to stop talking. We need to be specific when we're calling these people out. It's not you lot, it's the names. Same way when I said what I said to Gypsy Queen, it wasn't you lot. It was Torian. So let's keep the same energy. So not you lot. Evil Queen needs to stop talking about children. Evil Queen needs to stop mentioning children. And Evil Queen needs to stop acting like a flipping nonce. That is what needs to be said.
I mean, I said this also, like if I was off TikTok and I was in the street and someone spoke the way she EQ'd, I would think she was a peddler. Absolutely. Those are peddler thoughts. So, and I did say people are going to call you these names if you have those thoughts. I'm not saying thoughts, but if you're saying shit like that, absolutely. I've already said that. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying to resolve it, everyone needs to stop talking on kids and pedlo this and pedlo that. Do you know what I mean? Because that's also damaging, right? To call someone that.
I hear what you're saying is damaging if you are not that. But at the same time, when you keep going back to children, what do you think people are going to say on this app? They're going to say, you're moving like this, you're moving like that, that is this and that. Like, what are we talking about here? And realistically, let's be honest, yeah, people have been around Evil Queen or whatever. But who really, truly knows Evil Queen to stand up and say, do you know what? No, she is not this and she is not that. Nobody, none of her little friends have stood up and had her back, really, if we're really talking about it. Because
Not
no
one
one really
person.
knows her.
Not one person.
All right. Anyway, can I
Person.
have a quick say because I want to jump out. I know you're doing Tori and you're all right.
How are you lot, Talia and Rickster? You look good, yeah?
Who? Sorry, Rickster, carry on.
Oh yeah. So I'm just going to say a few things. So she said a few things. I just got to draw attention. So number one, she mentions Bob, and she keeps calling him Bob. She knows his name's not Bob. For the starters, that's what she turned around and said. And like I said, the video that I played in multiple occasions where she's doing the talking. So I've only ever played what she's put out there as well, and also Sam. And I'm always going to draw back to the facts, exactly what Chester said, what Canadian Angie said. But we're all forgetting what Bradley Warner turned around and said about her, about paying the send off. A man who was in a relationship for over a year, and that kid don't lie. He was 20 when he got with her. She was touching 40. Do you know what I mean? So that alone to me is brooming. But then let's go back. Even if she didn't do any of that, which I know she did. The evidence is there. She said about Miss Red's grandchildren. She said about Talia and her kids. Me and my kids. She said stuff about Luke. She's saying,
Alicia, all these people.
Luke said he hasn't even spoke to EQ. What she's doing is going around the app the best of her can, bullying and intimidating people. And I've got a message, a voice note that I can play of intimidating someone saying, if you do not retract what you said about me and make a video, right, then I'm going to go on my platform, Facebook, and say you're a peddler and bring it all around your local area where you are. They've now gone to the police of that. They've recorded that conversation. They've got the video of that. So what she's doing is bribing and blackmailing people. If you speak about me and my friend Danny Buckley, which she turned around and what did she say about your mod this morning? One of your mods had done the same thing as Danny. So she's already confirmed yet again that she knows what Danny's done. And she does it without realising it because she's off a rocker. She's shouting a million miles an hour. She keeps slipping up. And then even she said, see you later, turned around and said, oh, I wasn't with that Bob. No, she turned around and said she's seen Bob outside the mental asylum where she was. He was standing outside there. I've got messages that he was seen on a live in the bedroom. They knew he was Bob. I've got the screenshots of that. CLA already said on a live, Bob was there. Now all of a sudden she's trying to say, well, I seen Bob standing outside there, but I didn't see him in bed together. I never ever said that I seen him in bed together. I said that he was in that flat when she was in the mental asylum.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Andrew, can I say something? Even though whatever like EQ is doing, stop defending her because she is coming out as a nonce. But let's not forget, Victor, you tried to dox me when you doxed the wrong girl. So you're just as bad as EQ in my eyes.
Can we stick to one thing at a time?
No,
I'm going to get into an argument about other stuff.
We're not talking about that. That's something
I'm not
completely
interested.
different.
Okay.
Victor, stop doxing women on the internet, you weirdo.
Listen, anything what's on the internet that's already there, it's for everybody to see.
Is that even me? You dox an innocent Asian girl.
I'm not here to have an argument. I'm here to talk about evil queen. Stop making it about yourself. Okay?
And
I'm interested. I'm not interested. I'm not going to voice. I'm not going to say you don't exist.
Okay, well then let's talk about how you told everyone that I didn't have a miscarriage then.
Guys, we're going to just keep to the subject.
Let's speak to the facts. I don't understand what I mean. It's making it about herself. Let's speak to what it's about. Do you know what I mean?
Can I just have my say really quickly, yeah? The thing is, all I hear is hearsay. He said this, she said this, he said EQ's agreement. He said that EQ did this, EQ did this. That's all I hear.
Generally what sexual assault is, Ange, is hearsay. Nobody generally witnesses it.
There's no facts to anything you're saying. There's no substance.
Yeah, and they're talking sick on real children, saying I got in bed and interfered with them. So these are real children. So when you say I'm being sick on real children, these are real children, are they not?
So is Canadian Angie a liar?
Hang on,
Yes,
we've
she
never
fucking
said
is.
Is Bradley a liar?
Never been around me in a
Is
life.
Bradley lying? Is Bradley lying?
Yes, he's my ex-partner who chats shit like you are. You're my
Chester
ex-partner,
lying.
and you're obsessed
Oh
with
my
me,
God!
aren't
I bet it's twice. You absolutely
You little
freak of a
wigs
man.
there.
You're a man.
You're obsessed,
That's why
aren't
you would have
you?
never met anybody that I know. You're a literary.
Oh, yeah, you love me, don't you?
You're a
Kelly
geezer,
is
mate.
just a little
Oh, you're a literary
second
groomer who grooms kids. Now, fuck
Oh,
off.
whatever, babes. You've been exposed. CLA, you said that CLA witnessed me
Listen,
in
I'm not
bed
going to
with
make
a
it about.
child.
This is about you.
You said that
and your obsession
CLA
with
witnessed
kids.
me in bed with
What
a
did you say
child.
about
She's
Miss
come
Red's
out and
kids?
said she never.
What did you say about Miss Red's grandchildren?
She's come out. Look, the judge's testimony. He said he doesn't know nothing about me and child
What
abuse.
did you turn around and say
You are
about Miss Red's
speaking sick
grandchildren?
on real
We've just got off the phone
What
to
did
She's
you
a
call
real
Luke?
child when you're saying
What
I've
did you call
interfered.
Luke?
Can I say something?
What did you say about
a
Talia's
child,
kids? What you said about my
apparently,
kids?
according
What
to
you said
so
about
these are real
Torian's
children
kids?
you're speaking sick on, that you're saying have been interfered with. So when you try and put that on me, you're talking about real children with zero evidence, like Angie's just said. All malicious because you're obsessed with me, you little narcissistic twat. And that's why you got muted. See you later.
So there was never a...
Go and take your wig for a wash.
Myself and me, I'll let you talk. I never got muted.
Never a police
Deflection on other stuff.
right?
Today, all she does is deflects. That's what it's about. That's all it's about. There's loads of investigations going on about her.
Yeah. I just feel people just need to stop talking on children. She needs to stop, like I said, and don't feel I'm defending her. I'm not. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm not getting involved. Like I say, if I heard someone talking like she did about children, I think that was a peddler. I'm not going to lie. So people are saying this about you, EQ, because of the things you're coming out with. Now, if I called EQ a peddler, you go into detail. That's the difference of me. I'm not saying it's right for someone to call you a peddler or groom or anything like that. But if I do call you that, you wanting to prove a point and going in on, say, my niece, you go into detail. And that's the problem. If you said it back to me, no, you're the peddler, you know what I mean? That's different than actually going to saying, well, you actually jump into bed yet with this child.
Where is she? Jump up, EQ. Jump up, EQ. Let me talk to you.
Oh, and also, can I also just say, because there are also EQ, because like I said, I'm not getting involved. I'm just seeing it from both sides. There are also videos of what you said about Pearl's grandbabies, and I can't even repeat it because it's that vile. I cannot even repeat that.
It's a weirdo. She said that my 10-year-old daughter.
It was something on the lines of I can't
Angie.
I can't even say it.
I know exactly what it
She
was.
said,
She's obsessed with kids.
She said, my 10-year-old daughter's gonna have infertility issues. That's what she said about my 10-year-old child. So please.
She loves talking about kids' bits. That's what she loves talking about.
Weird. You're weird.
It's weird.
And
weird behaviour.
Yeah, but however, I don't think it's right for people to be calling her what they're calling her with no evidence, solid evidence.
Yeah, but do you know what, Angie?
The thing is, one thing Rick said, Bradley said this, that person said that. That's all hearsay. Who can say shit? He said this, she said
Yeah,
that.
so all right then. So everybody's lying, but EQ. Everybody's
how many
lying.
people lie about
Sam's
me on
lying.
this
Bob's
one? Many
lying.
people lie
Bradley's
about me on
lying.
this.
Chester's lying. Come on, Ange.
Seeing it from both
If you were
sides.
sat in front of a jury with all them witnesses, you'd go to prison. You'd go to prison. You would. This is deflection. She's trying to make it out like it's
Well, you
something to
didn't
do
go
with me and her.
prison for your
Fuck all
fraud,
to
did
do
you?
with me and her.
These,
You know what I mean? It's got fuck all. This is to do
Did
with
you go
exactly
through
what she
prison
is.
for your fraud, Victor?
So where's the evidence? Solid
do you still
evidence.
work for Jet2 Airways, babe?
Rex, where's the solid evidence?
No, I don't.
Solid evidence. I don't want to hear hearsay on a social media platform. And this is how
Again, are you doxing again, Talia?
Yeah, well, shut your mouth because I know loads on you. So quit while you're ahead.
Stop making it about you, Top Girl. This is to do with children. You've got children, so let's speak about the kids. Don't start making it about you, please.
You tried to dox me, you weirdo. You didn't give a fuck about my kids then, did you?
Can you stop making this about you? Because it isn't about you. No one's talking about you, doxing you or anything. This conversation does not involve you, Top Girl.
Guys, can I ask you a question, right?
Talia, listen to this.
Is there any solid evidence? So this is what you're accusing EQ of being. Without I don't want the hearsay. That's hearsay on social media platforms.
Well, the thing with essay is there never is there? You know, like nobody's watching someone get essayed.
Exactly.
So this is the problem. And generally, there isn't any people to verify the hearsay either. But on this occasion, there's many. And if I hadn't done anything wrong, I wouldn't be scurrying around trying to shut everyone up and bully them and intimidate them. I'd just go to the police and I'd let the police deal with it. But that's not happening here, is it?
You know, Rick, so you're saying hearsay. Bradley said this. That's all hearsay on a social media platform. Do you know, I had about 100 people accusing me of being part of this.
Listen, all right, Angie, you're saying, all right, let me get back
She's
to facts.
threatened CLA
Let
and
me
she's
get back to
threatened
facts.
Chester.
Hang on. Listen, let me get...
quiet. However, once they go to the police, will be quiet about it. There's no solid evidence. However,
I'm saying, let's get back to facts.
Yeah, but whatever. What EQ said.
Danny was arrested for
Yes,
SA.
one second, Rick, was what EQ
But you listen,
said.
EQ straight after.
But what EQ has said about the grandbabies and pearls, you know, and all this, I'm surprised she hasn't been arrested. Just by her saying that, I'm shocked. Sorry,
that's for Miss Red to pipe up with. You know, we've tried to defend it, but we don't want to bring drama on people's doorsteps. We know what we know. If she wants to pipe up about that, that's up to her.
I'm just saying, as soon as he was arrested as well, Danny, she got straight on the phone to to Sam, a 14-year-old. She never went to her mum or anything saying what's happened. That's manipulation at the finest. Not only that, you've seen the bank statements where she's transferring money into the bank account. That's grooming on itself.
Financial grooming.
You understand? She's trying to shut the little kid up. Not only that, Bradley said it, Chester said it, Canadian Angie said it, Sam said it. You've got Bob saying it. There's loads of people saying it. They're just honest claimants out there.
Let me tell you, at the moment, she is doing damage control. She's going around each individual person, bullying them to the point where they retract it. Now, an innocent person wouldn't need to do that. They'd just say, let the police handle it. I don't care what you say. CLA is neither confirmed nor denied, and Chester refuses to put out the video. Why is that? Why would you want an innocent person to suffer like this? You wouldn't. You'd speak up and say, I didn't see a thing. I lied. I was drunk. I made it up. Nobody is saying that. Now, the police are dealing with this, so we don't need to carry on with this. You don't need to go around threatening anyone on TikTok anymore, Evil Queen.
CLA's done amazing. See, as far as I'm concerned, CLA just confirmed that Bob was there. Bob was outside the hospital.
You know, can I ask
confirmed
you a
it.
question? You know, she said, you know, EQ says it's an act, right? Obviously, all of this isn't an act. It's not an act 24/7, but she said there was a name for her act. What was that name, EQ? Because I'm just curious. Because
insult
she said
comedy.
When she goes at people.
Insult comedy is what drag queens
Is it
do.
insult comedy?
Yeah, but then they don't go as low as her, these drag queens. They don't do that.
They don't go on about, they don't talk about children.
No, that's not insult comedy.
And
that's just pure nastiness.
That's not a character. That's who you are really as a person.
Yep.
Right. I just feel that people need to, she could just they feel, yeah? I can't hear you, what?
Alicia. Guys, Alicia.
So many people got police investigations. I've counted 4 already. 4 separate police investigations on you, Chelsea.
Sorry, Talia. Angie, can you rise Alicia, please?
It's not in the box for you.
Oh well.
Yeah, Miss Red wants the box, Angie. Miss Red
What,
wants
what
the
if we
box.
all called you lot it? Would you stand up for it?
Miss Red wants the box,
What if we
sorry.
called you a
Not in
pedlos?
the box.
She's not. Is she?
Red, you're not in the box.
Oh, she's not. Oh, I
And
don't know.
Talia, you're the biggest one, and Richter. What if we called
Sorry, I
you
don't
it?
talk to people with evil in their name. It's not worth my time.
No, because you're a big bully. You bullied kids when you was at school.
Yep.
You bullied kids everywhere.
in
You're
the
just
box,
a
right?
bully.
That's right.
Angie, they're in the box
Yeah,
now.
that's right.
But she's met her match then, hasn't
You
she? 'Cause
bullied
she
my
can't bully
cousin at
me.
school.
Yep. Name 'em.
Stacey Farrer.
That's my best friend who's
Yeah,
okay.
and she's my cousin, and you're a fucking bully.
Stacey Farrer.
Yeah,
Right, let me screen record this. Stacey's your cousin, yeah?
yeah, she is.
Okay, and I did what?
How can
You bullied her.
how can
Right,
you
so
sit here and talk about-
who was she with last week?
You.
So I'm her bully, but then she's
Yeah, you
child's godmother.
were. You were a bully. You was a bully
You
to
know me and
everybody.
Stacey went to
You're
different
just
schools,
a bully. You're a bully and a
They didn't even
manipulator.
go to the same school, you
No.
white woman.
You know me and Stacey went to
Bully.
different schools. I went to Whitton, she went to Heston. So
And
shut
can
your
I-
mouth.
Can I
Go
just
do
say,
some
yeah,
research.
you
Still
can't...
put, what, you wait, Talia.
Wait,
You
Evil Eye.
keep on.
Hello,
Keep
Evil Eye.
on, Talia.
Evil
Keep
Eye, you
on,
can't...
Talia.
Hello, Evil Eye. You can't really sit here and say anyone's bullied anyone when you got fucking evil in your name, mate.
Oh, such
You know
a
what I
face,
mean?
you.
You shut your face.
You tell people
You shut
to
your
bloody
face, mate. You
stick
got evil in
themselves.
your flipping name, you weirdo. Get
I'm
out
going
of
to
here.
send
Yeah,
this to Stacey
yeah.
now.
Yeah, you're a bloody bully
And
as
I bet
well,
that AI
Torian.
don't look
I've
like
been
you
watching
either.
you.
I bet you bet... Don't watch me, you beg.
I've been watching you, you flipping bully.
That's
You're a
stalky.
beg. Do not watch me.
That's a bit stalky.
I can. Oh, shut your mouth.
Anyway, can we get back
Shut
to
your
the
mouth.
conversation, please?
You're all flipping bullies. Even
This is
Queen
the
hasn't done
calibre
anything
of
like
the
you lot
evil
are saying.
army, everyone.
Maybe we should call you all pedlos.
You would never get to call me that because there would never be any evidence
Yeah,
like this
Talia.
about me on this.
Yeah, Talia, who used to work at the airport.
Me.
And you think that your
Why are you worried about where she works?
godfather.
Absolute weirdo.
Angie, come on, this is ridiculous.
Why do you care?
He's not even your godfather.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know that... Oh, I'm not even going to dox myself here. Yeah. Why don't you ask your cousin about that, then come back?
Yeah, I will do.
Because she's my one of my children's godmothers. So she'd know, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she would.
She would have had to have been there for the baptism. So I suggest you go back and ask her.
Yeah, I will do.
Go on then.
I
Off you
will.
go. Off you
I
go
will.
then.
Don't tell
And
me
then,
when-
and then come back
when
and
to go.
apologise.
Who do you think you are?
Oh, God. Is that recording me? Miss Red is not in the box, guys. And who did you say top girl?
Alicia.
Alicia and Miss Red are in the box, apparently.
Yeah, change the box layout so more people can get in.
No, yeah, we'll do, but they're not in the box. One second, let me just...
Angie, I think your live is glitching. Yeah, do it now. Now you'll be able to see them.
Angie, you a natural redhead.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
I just come up to say, like, EQ sat there saying that it's real children that are being spoken about in regards to, is it Danny? But Miss Red's granddaughter's a real child. My son's a real child. Like, there was absolutely no reason.
Oh,
to
Alicia,
tell
she said it wasn't about you, the little
Yeah,
liar.
but she said to her people, my issue was, you said to your people, go and find Alicia's son's football team, and these people are then going to go and look and try and find my children. I don't know any of these people. They could be anyone. They could be, complete wrong-uns. I don't want people trying to find my sons.
Exactly. And that's what I said, and that's what I told her. And she was like, oh, well, it wasn't Alicia we was talking about. Then shut up. Flipping little weirdo.
So bad. Like, why does she target the kids?
And
Let me tell you why, yeah? And I'm going to... Actually, you know what? Let me not say it.
EQ, I saw what you said. You said you thought that Corey had said something about someone's football team. The reason I got in the box with them lot is because they're doxing each other back and forth, doxing each other's addresses, doxing each other's kids. And I told them all to get a life because the only people affected are the kids. But for some reason, you decided to tell people to go and find my children's football team. And I don't however you saw it, it doesn't matter. Like, you told people to go and do that, and your people do what they tell you to do.
Mm-hmm. What are you planning for your... Oh. It's so bad. I don't know how anyone can stand by that.
But I just don't see there's any evidence for what people are calling EQ. But however, like I said, she shouldn't be talking on children the way she's talking.
No, and the thing is, it wouldn't be brought up.
I've never heard anyone speak on children in that way.
And she's come on live and said, I stand with Danny Buckley, I support him. I know. And so when she says these things, it's
Angie, can I jump on a wee second, please?
Yeah, I think when she does say those things, people obviously...
She's saying that people go to people's houses to do things to grandchildren. And it's messed up. It's a mad thing to say.
Well, she said that I get in bed with my kids.
Can you hear me?
It's vile.
Hello?
Yes, Angie, hiya. Can you remember the Inquisitor?
Mm-hmm.
You always talk about the Inquisitor?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think people can throw their name around because, let's not forget the Inquisitor, which people have forgotten about. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hello, Ange.
And I just think...
But what I said this morning, I'll keep that. You can't actually blame people if she is talking sexually on children.
Can you let Ricky
in, but Talia and Rickster were.
Either.
Talia and Rickster are doing the same thing.
You've got to remember Sam came to us. And he's not a child, Sam.
And he's never said, Talia, that EQ done anything. It is Danny.
Do you know how grooming works?
I'm not going to go into details, Talia, but yes,
so you know there's
I know
always
100% what grooming is.
So do you believe that putting money in a child's bank account is a normal thing for an adult woman to do without the mother knowing?
Definitely not. No.
But the mother didn't know.
No, she eventually found out.
There's no evidence of that. That could have been her account.
Well, the mum said, Leanne said she didn't know in the beginning, and then when she found out, she let it carry on.
I think she's lying, though.
Can I say something here? You see, when it comes to like other people's children's scenario, yeah, and I find it a lot on this app, everyone will always, like, say for instance, just now, Talia just asked a question and this lady just said, oh, but the mum did know or whatever, yeah? 2 questions. How did you speak to the mum and the mum told you that she knows, or did Evil Queen tell you that? My second question is this. Why is it when it's other people's children, it's all safe, it's all good to go? But I know for a fact, if any of this was to happen to your child, you will not be on the internet acting so calm about it. So let's have the same consideration as it is for other people's flipping children and not just our own. I hate this app, man.
Torian, Miss Red, you know you're in the box.
Stand it, man.
Miss Red.
Red, you know you're in the box.
Angie, kick her out the box, please.
One second, just to answer to this comment. Yes, I have said something worse. Have you not ever heard me talk about children or anything like that again?
Never,
no. But
never.
unlike Evil Queen, she continues to do it every day, and you lot will still sit on my name. You lot will still sit on my fucking name. Please, honestly.
And I want to jump down,
as well,
that's all I wanted
thing,
to say was about the Inquisitor.
Can
Thanks
I
for
just
having me up.
I just wanted to quickly say, right, I understand everyone saying, EQ's wrong, which, she's done a lot and she has done wrong. But what I came in to say is none of us are perfect in the things that we said. Everyone's tried to dox you. Talia, you've just tried to dox me in this live, and then you've just sat on this moral high.
It's about you, mate. It's about kids, man. Give it a rest. Hang on, please.
I've got kids in my house, you weirdo.
Angie, let me answer this question, please. I want everyone in the box.
Rick, I'm not talking.
Please, can you mute her, Angie?
I was still talking. I was still talking, Rick. I was still talking.
We're talking about kids. Let's stick to the current.
No, hold on. I'm still talking.
Stick to the current discussion, please. Let's not talk about yourself, please.
No, she's got kids as well. She's got kids and everything. And you're not trying to dox her. She's not lying. That's what happened.
I haven't tried to dox her.
You just did. Shall we get Angie's live replayed?
Oh, just now? Yeah, because you won't stop. Like, how come?
So you admit it then? So you would admit it?
Yeah.
Angie, hang on, can we just change the subject?
So you're just.
I've never doxed your children.
You've got kids in her house, is the point.
Look, I didn't dox her address.
But you can't run around screaming about kids when people are doing it themselves.
Nobody's doxed her
No one's mentioned
address.
any kids, Alicia. Come on.
But I'm saying Top Girl has got children, and I know that you was trying to out her and dox her and whatever.
No one ever. She was doing stuff for us and we got sent stuff. No one got doxed. No addresses got doxed.
What are you on about?
No addresses got doxed or nothing. No addresses ever been mentioned.
So you're a liar. You're a liar. Anyway, you're all hypocrites.
I'm not. No address has ever been doxed. Top Girl's dress has never been doxed. Let's just leave it there. There was a picture. There was a picture about you that was.
I just had a message from Luke. He said to confirm to you he hasn't spoken to EQ. He's had no contact with her, and he will address it at 3:30.
Thank you. Anyway, Angela, I just want to answer this question. This question goes out to Torian, Talia, Top Girl, Alicia, and yourself, right? Answer me this question, right? This kid called Sam, who was SA'd, right, who they went out with, they went to Blackpool with, just met him online. Answer me this question. Would you allow your 13-year-old son or daughter for adults in their 30s to have your child's number if they wasn't related to him and game with him? Why did Evil Queen have Sam's number? Answer me that question. And why did Danny have the number? This young lad.
I wouldn't personally have my child gaming online with an adult.
Adult's number, exactly.
No.
So
but
what?
did the mum know that they was in contact? Like, was she? I don't really know the whole story. I haven't followed it.
I know because they met on the gaming platform and I've got evidence of that. I've got evidence of them meeting on Fortnite. I've got the evidence. I've got the videos. They were recorded. I've got them.
No, I would
be involved though.
What are two adults? One touching 40, one in the 30s. What are they doing having 13 or 14-year-old boy's number? And she knows her best friend was introduced to this kid, so that's to happen anyway.
You know
and then
what?
other people,
you're right. You know what? You're right.
What are they doing with What are they doing with children's numbers and messaging kids?
You know what, Rickster? You're right. I wouldn't associate with her. Yeah,
Exactly.
after she did all of this on the internet, you were still shagging her. Weirdo.
Disgusting.
Did
I've
the
never
mum,
met twice in my life.
Rickster, did the mum
Making a lot of
confirm?
history.
The comments are saying, did the mum confirm that she was aware that?
Disrespect me again, Top Girl. Disrespect me one more time. I fucking dare you.
Italia.
You're just
What
a
was
marchald.
You're swearing now, are you? That's not very holy.
Did the mum know that?
I can't do it on here. If I swear normally, I'll get...
Did the mum know that she was in contact with the son, that they had each other's numbers and things?
Do you know what? Even if it was, I'm not thinking, isn't that the way they do
No, I'm not saying it's right,
families?
but I'm saying we can't tell other parents what to do. Like, if she's allowing that for her son, that's on her.
Yeah, but even when that happened, why was she messaging the little kid? Why didn't she go to the mum then? You know what I mean?
But you spoke to him as well, Rickster.
I got message when he was 17.
No, he wasn't 13
I got message
or 14
from him at 17. I proved
when
that.
Ricky spoke to him, he said
I
he
was
was
on TikTok. I got the messages and videos sent me,
I thought
not
he
just
was
by him, by others.
Yeah, but it
I never
doesn't
spoke
mean
to him
she's
at 14.
17, almost 18.
I don't even know he
Spoke
existed.
to him.
Never even knew he existed. until he
13.
messaged.
She met him at 13 years old.
Do you know what I mean? I got message. We can't turn around and say, well, Rickster, I played what was out there. That was it. I played what I got sent. Do you know what I mean? Simple as that.
Yeah, but Rex, it still doesn't mean she's a groomer or peddler or any of those kind of things. You know, we're going to remember what happened to Inquisitor. He unalived himself due to that one word. Do you know what I mean? And I just...
If my 14-year-old son or daughter had been SA'd, and the person's best friend was phoning my daughter or son, you know what I mean?
Say one thing. Just imagine it is true. And he's been to the police and the police couldn't do anything about it. And the mother's allowed it to happen. And we're all saying, well, there's no evidence, so just leave it. Just imagine this is true. And this happened and nobody spoke out.
Well, imagine if it's not true, though.
But imagine if it is. What risk would you rather take?
If we don't know, unless you've got solid evidence. I always go to the police and, oh, shut up, innit? Go to the police and don't say anything on here. Do you know what I mean?
What's the end game of it all? Like, where's it going to end?
It will end when she stops her mouth, stops coming for us, stops talking about our children, your children, Torian's children, because she has not got a clean name. So whenever she opens her mouth, a can of worms will open.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, there's no need to bring people's kids into things.
No, there isn't.
Say what you want.
We agreed, Alicia, we we'd never talk about her again. And then within 9 hours, she's up doing a live about Ricky. It won't end. And every time she does a live, we'll be back. Every time.
And not only that, right, listen, when loads of people have got investigations on her at the moment, lots of people, right, and just what happened to Joker, I don't know if you remember Joker on the app, Angie, right, she got literally a social media ban for what she said. She's going on there, and the stuff that she said is unforgivable. I don't care what anybody says. What she said about the children alone, what she said about kids alone is unforgivable. You know what I mean? Crawling into people's beds and touching your children. It's sick.
She just wrote in the comment that it's fun. Like, we're actually talking to the devil. She just said it's fun.
Exactly. Angie, I don't understand, right, why some people want this woman irrelevant in their life. Look what she said about your grape and everything else. Why do you know what I mean? She should be she should be absolutely off the app entirely. That's it. No one should be gifting her. No one should be following her. She should be ended. She shouldn't be on here talking about kids. If that was in the street, Torian, or Alicia, or anyone else, she said that to you, into your face, or anyone there, and there was people around, you touch your kids, what would happen to her? What would happen to her?
Yeah, it's true. Straight.
Do you understand what I'm saying? She always be on the screen doing it, but she thinks it's okay. Why are people defending her action? You've all got kids. I don't care if you like me, you're Tory, and you can't stand telling. Who cares? Or Alicia, what it is standing up for what's morally correct, yeah, morally right, and to talk about people's children, young adolescents, kids, and what she comes out of her mouth is sick and horrible humour. And you think for now, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll jump on us all. We'll be a friend. What do you think's going to happen in a couple of months? She's going to come for everyone individually with the people. She's weak. That's what she hates the fact that people think she's
But I
one
just
of them.
want to say, Rooster, you know what? I don't agree with people calling her pedo, agreeing without solid evidence. However,
Well, listen, when people are talking about it, I personally think what she's done alone.
Let me finish. But however, I do agree with you because, you know, her talking on children, you know, people are calling her these
Angie,
names.
listen,
Forget
all
Danny and
respect
Sam
to
for a second.
yourself.
Forget
All
Danny and Sam
respect
for a
to
second.
yourself.
People are calling her these names because of the things she's saying. And
Angie, all respect to yourself, right here. If you had a child yourself, right, and she turned around and said something about your little son or daughter, you would lose the plot. You'd be defending to your death.
This is what I'm trying to say. However, the thing she has said on children in a sexual nature way, I'm surprised she hasn't been arrested.
Thank you very much, Angie. I'm glad for somebody finally saying something.
Pedlo talk, and I don't care what anyone says. So I do understand why people are calling her these names. However, I don't agree with it without the solid evidence. But I do agree if she's coming out with these names, why people are saying this is what
But
she.
do you know we're mentioning minors anyway, underage, and what's coming out of her mouth? That's a criminal offence anyway. It's a criminal action. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It's sick what comes out of her mouth. Look, I turned around and said, I know for a fact there's many investigations on this person at the moment, and she can say, oh no, there's lots. And I've got a voice note where she's
never been arrested. She's been on here for years.
She will. Hey, Angie, mark my words, right? If she isn't arrested in the next 6 to 8 weeks, proper charged with something, right, I'll delete the app. I'll never come back.
I know there are people that don't like you, Rickster, on
She will get arrested. She's sick. This is not about like me and 3 years ago. This is about the situation, about her and children and what she said on all of our kids. It's even if I'd never spoken to Chelsea, it's what comes out of that sicko's mouth. She's a sicko. She shouldn't be on TikTok. It's horrible what comes out. We all have arguments. We all have fallouts. This is what TikTok's about. We all get involved in drama. I've never heard Top Girl mention somebody's kids. I've never heard Alicia mention kids.
Everybody come together for the children. You
twisted,
that real
horrible person. Don't stop mentioning children.
She's sick. You stop mentioning people's children. You're saying I get in bed with real life children.
Oh yes, Rick's a liar.
Oh, shut up, you little geezer.
You're
horrible little vermin.
Can I ask a question?
You'll never cancel
and you don't
you
know that
overgrown.
you are wrong, mate.
You overgrown flump. You'll do nothing.
Can
I ask a question?
No one cares.
Evil Queen, do you ever touch grass? Like, do you ever leave your velvet?
I'll touch your grass if you want to come round, babes. I'll touch your grass. I'll even lick your lettuce for you as well.
I'm saying, I promise you can't beat me up. But listen to what I'm saying to you.
I said I'd lick your lettuce, not beat you up.
I would never let that fungal tongue come anywhere near me, babe. Nasty. You look like a clitoris.
Rick should have had your cock in my mouth, though.
But anyways, I don't see what I'm saying? I don't have a C-O-C-K.
Your cock's been sucked by
I don't have a C-O-C-K. I have a bad. But wait, Angie, can I just say something? Angie, mute her for a second.
Protect the children. Oh, you'll do nothing.
Angie, mute her for a second.
You'll never videos and everything. You'd have pictures, videos, everything. You're absolute wrong, and you're sick in the head.
I just wanted to say, you see, like when people say that this woman is an act or whatever. Let me tell you something. She knows she's not an actor. This is why she don't leave the corners of her house. This is why the only time you see her catching fresh air is when she's in Benidorm, the cheap slate. Yeah. Other than that, you don't see her walk in the streets of Liverpool or Manchester or Wigan or wherever the hell she's from. She sits in her house in the comfort of her own home and chats all this crap because she knows if she steps outside and does that, she knows that it won't be nice for her. These are the people. Listen, she's nobody. All she says is all projection. Come on, guys. At least we can go outside and touch grass and go out and have a good time with our friends and all these things. She can't go out unless she's going to the fucking airport. Please, babe, we don't want to be like you.
You know, the thing is as well, like, you're always going to have people that back her no matter what, even if you come with proof of, I don't know, the worst thing in the world, people are still going to back her. Like, you're never going to get those people to go against her and vice versa. It's just a pointless exercise. It's like, what's the end game? Because people are being dragged into it. Like, My kids are
Can I
being
just say something to you, Rickster? You know, sometimes, Rickster, you're on mute, by the way. You know, sometimes it's best not to over-talk her, right? Because if you've got someone that's going to say the most vilest things, if you do have a police case, you know, I believe in that, give them enough rope, they do it to themselves, and also that she'll show herself for people that don't know who she is, because there's a lot of new viewers on here, right? So she is vile. She does say horrible things. So over-talking her, let her speak, man. You know, she'll do it to herself. It'll be all over social media. It will be also evidence, you know what I mean?
Well, do you know what happened, though? Do you know who spoke up on Jimmy Savile or Rolf Harris? They weren't spoken up about for years, but look exactly what they did. I don't care what anybody says, right? There's loads of evidence on there, what she's done. There's videos out there of her. There's people saying it. Even the people themselves, the person's mum said it, Bob's mum. His name's not even Bob, by the way. I don't even want to say what his name is on here. And then you've got Sam himself. Do you understand what I mean? And then you've got people who are being blackmailed to make videos to retract of what they've said, and I don't want to do it. I've got a voice recording saying I was bullied. Today she's going to go online and say that I'm a peddler. You know what I mean? Just because I won't go back because I know for certain that what she's done. She's even got Danny's wife, who said before that she lay with his kid, to go online and say, it ain't true, I didn't say that when she did. This is what she's doing. She's gone around there absolutely in fear, because if all these people do get together and these kids do decide to come on live or jump in your box and say it's true, this is what happened, she'd be ruined. So she don't want anybody to know, because if they get wind of this, then there's you know what I mean? Stuff's going to happen. The only thing she can do is pay people off or make up lies or bully people, intimidate people. That's what she's doing. That's it. And regardless of me, that's what she is. I don't care if it was Evil Queen or any person. That person of what she's done shouldn't be on this app. And I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. It could be anybody. It could be my own dad. If he said any like that, they shouldn't be on this app. They're sick, and she's sick, and that's it.
Well, in my honest opinion, Rickster, I don't think you should be on the app, because what EQ said is absolutely disgusting, fair enough, but you can't sit there on your fucking high horse after
I'm
you
not
dox
coming
kids
here to have an argument on you. This is about talking to everybody else.
This is
We can all say stuff about you as well.
You can't sit there and say, what about dox kids' addresses? About dox kids' addresses? I don't care.
I'm not here to talk. I'm not here to have an argument on you.
You dox an innocent kid's address, you little prick.
Listen, this is what I'm saying, Linz, listen to this.
So you can't sit there acting all fucking high and mighty. You're fucking wrong as well.
This is what I mean. You can't talk to you. You just like your own voice.
So do you.
Listen, where did that come from? Where did that come from?
It come off TikTok, but you're putting it on the live on fucking TikTok on your live, and then you put my address as your green screen, you fucking idiot.
Where did it come from?
So just because it didn't come from you, you still put it on a live in front of over 1,000 people. You still
oh my God. Listen, Linz, the fella's in jail for killing an old fella. He's done an old geezer in, you know that he is. That's exactly what it is.
It's got fuck all to do with an innocent little boy. You evil little cunt. You're probably having on yourself and EQ's right. Fuck off.
Not listening.
But it's not like, you got to understand, this is what people will come back with. Like, why does Lindsay's address need to be out there when she's got a kid there?
Listen, Inza said the utmost worst about me and Talia and our baby loss. She'd also
the reaction
about our baby
loss.
And exactly, shut up about our baby loss, Roy. Evil
stop mentioning my kids.
I shared the video. Yes,
you put it as your green screen for about 20 minutes on your live. This is Linda's addresses, guys. I didn't dox her, but this is Linda's address if you want to know where she is. When I've got a fucking kid. It's not me, fella. It's not me, fella.
Angie,
Linz, 1 minute. You had your dick in your kid's mouth, shut your mouth.
You're saying, oh, I did this because Linz did that, but Evil Queen is saying, I did this because you've done that. So you're doing the same to each other. You're doxing each other. You're saying the most about each other.
This is to do with kids, you lunatic. It's got nothing to do with who likes
Linz has got a kid.
Oh my God, we're changing the subject. I'm not going to answer the subject.
You know, the thing is,
stick to what's going on, and I'm not listening.
Linz has a child in her house.
I've argued with Linz on this app. We've said things back and forth. Someone tagged me in that had her address. I messaged her and said, your address is out there. I would never put it up. I just wouldn't do it. She's got a child in her house. It's just like, so you've got to understand that people are going to come back with these things.
I'll be honest with you, Alicia. When it comes to the loss of our child and what was turned around and said, then there's vile stuff that come out of it.
I haven't heard Lynn say anything.
I don't know. Listen,
I didn't even say anything. I just reacted to your threat. You threatened me with violence, so I reacted back.
Some people probably put out your Icelands.
You were fucking nonsense.
Victor's a victim and nobody else is.
You mentioned the loss of my child. It's fair game. Simple as that.
Can I hear from Nikki? Hi, Nikki.
Hiya. Lynn's never mentioned your child, Rickster. Lynn's backed Angie, and you started with that she was an enabler and then went in on Lynn's.
Is this what it is about now? Is it attack the Rickster?
No,
Is that what it is? Is that what it is? I'm not here to talk about it. If you're not here to talk about, in the discussion, then I'm not listening.
Yeah, but it's TikTok. People are going to
all day long. Listen, this is what we do as TikTokers. We're deflecting. I'm not listening. If you want to do it on my platform, let's go back and forth all day long. This is what we've done.
You've got to understand when you've done things as well. People are going to come in with what you've done to them when it's got kids
Alicia,
involved
we've all
as well.
done stuff. Even you.
Yeah, but I don't dox. I've never doxed children.
What children have I doxed?
If you put Lindsay's address up, she's got a young child.
Evil P's got it out there. I shared the video.
But you dox it on the internet, you
Well,
weirdo.
no one should be doxing anyway, whether they've got children or...
Exactly, Angie.
What about my address being doxed? What about the address of my 70-year-old dad out there? What she
Yeah, that's not right either. Like, none of it's right. But
So let's talk about that then.
We just said it's wrong.
We're just saying that you haven't got clean hands as well in all of this.
What?
Do you mind if I have a few
Clean
words?
hands with the dots in all of it as well.
I'm not staying here with any adverse little people. See this geezer shared stuff for my kids, my daughter. He said stuff for my dad. He's a wrong un, Ange. Get him out of the box. I'm not going to be in the box. You don't need to let this wrong in here. He said stuff about my dead child and
Then
everything.
just quickly have a say that
my
next
dead
time.
mum.
Then just have a
let me fucking talk, yeah, Wiggy.
Look at him. Look, come on camera. Say to your face.
Let me have a fucking talk, Wiggy. You absolutely. Before I start going deeper into you, yeah? I've got a lot of information on you, Wiggy, and you forgetting I'm in your Discord, yeah? So if you want me to go down that route and out you out, I will.
Going out whatever you want, you little weirdo. I will. Who you are. I never met you in my life, you absolute sausage. You say what
you're the fucking sausage.
Dr. Evil, can I ask you something? Why are you wanting to out everything? I mean, dresses, information. What's that about? What's stop? That's crazy. Why can't people?
Why not?
For goodness sake.
I'm not being funny. Why
Can people
not?
just one sec? Can people not just have an argument back and forth?
Man said, why not? All right, Evil Dr. Evil, can I ask you a question? Hi, I'm Torian.
Hi.
You just said that, hi, all right. You just said you're going to out him. Can I ask why? What is it that you want to out? What's your beef with him, with Rickstar and Talia?
If you... Right. So all I'm going to say, yeah? These little groups that, all of you are gathered in, yeah? They're all talking about you, one of you, they're all talking about you, slying, being sly as fuck and all that. And you know what? I ain't afraid to out anyone, really.
So, exactly, that's what my question. So why do you want to out him? What is it that you want to out?
Because he's a woman.
Huh?
Why not? Because he's a woman.
Who's a woman?
Rickster, he's a wrong. He's wrong in the head.
He's a wrong and
a wrong un.
If only if you knew what he's been posting in these Discord chats, yeah? Posting the addresses, giggling away, telling other people to do it. You know what? I'm willing to out it. See, look, he goes offline because he's now panicking. He's like, oh fuck, he's in my WhatsApp group, in my Discord group. You know what? So what?
Dr. Evil, can I say something? Right? There's one thing doxing somebody if you don't like what they say, and there's another thing doxing somebody just to get back at them. You know what I mean?
Can everyone just meet for a second? Can I ask a question? Why can't people just have an argument with someone and just attack the argument? Why do they have to dox people, whether they've got kids or not? Why do they have to say, do this and do that? I'm in your Discord. I'm gonna.
You know why, Angie? Because it's the internet. It's the World Wide Web. It's Beyonce's internet. And everyone's behind the screen. Do you know what I mean?
I play videos and I rant. Well, you know the things I've said and done. But however, I've never gone on Facebook and got information from there and put it on here and leaked this and leaked that. It's weird. What's wrong with you people? We're all talking on kids and everything. I mean, listen, I talk on...
You know what, Angie? That's the first thing.
I do talk on parenting. But,
which is not right.
Angela, you're not innocent, young lady.
Angie, you're not innocent.
No, wait a minute. I talk on children, but parenting.
Speak on dead people as well, Angela.
No, but if someone calls me a pedlo...
Hey, Gemzino wants the box.
I want to say... I'd probably say I shouldn't say the right thing, but I'm not doxing. I'm not going on Facebook and trying to leak information.
Oh my God, Black Pope's here. Black Pope. Hi.
Black Pope.
I wanted to speak to Rickster because Rickster's...
Oh, I thought you wanted to speak to me.
I don't care about you. You're nothing to me.
You know, someone sent me your information the other day. You know that, Black Pope? guys.
I had an argument with Rickster. I'm not talking to you. I'll deal with you.
No, because in the comments you said if you
Listen,
Angie, if you rise Torian, then rise me too. That's what I'm asking.
Torian.
Yeah.
Torian, what do you
That's
call
the only
me?
reason, literally, why I
Torian,
asked, because I saw your comment.
Could you mute her, please? Could you mute
Go
her?
on.
One second, let me speak, please.
Go on.
Torian, what do you call me? You call me a coconut, right?
Oh, get out of here, man.
You see, you don't want me to talk about that, do you? You call me a coconut and a sellout. So what are you doing in a room concerning me being a coconut and a sellout? Make it make sense. You're in a room full of white people, yeah, and you call me a coconut and a sellout, and you said that I'm around white people to stay relevant on TikTok. But look who you're around. Isn't that being racist towards a black man? Isn't that being prejudiced? You're disgusting, man. I don't want to talk to you, Torian. Shut your mouth. I told you already, shut your mouth. I'll deal with you later. Where is Rickster?
I don't know if you want us to get back in the box.
Put him in the box, please. I don't want to talk to you. You're a woman. I'll deal with you later.
Rickster's not here. Rickster, do you want to get in the box?
No time to argue with you. You're irrelevant, man. You call me a coconut and a sellout. I don't even know why you've got in here about. You're talking about kids. Look how you talked about Gypsy Queen's kids. You're disgusting, man. Shut your mouth. Put Rickster back in the box.
He does have a point there, Torian.
He does.
Justice for Torian.
100%.
Justice for you.
We are
You
team
need to shut your mouth as well, Alicia, because you're just a culture vulture. You don't know
Who's
nothing about
Alicia?
anybody. You,
Who's
Alicia.
Alicia?
Alicia. Alicia. Alicia, shut your mouth.
You sent a spelling bee,
You're a
Black
culture
Coat.
vulture. I don't want to hear
You
your
still got it
talk as
wrong.
well.
Nobody cares. This is
Culture
not your
vulture.
life, okay?
Where's
This is
where's
Angie's world and
where's
we're
these
just living in
receipts,
it.
yeah? Where's
Right?
these receipts of you saying that I threatened to page your baby as well?
Oh,
You know the
don't
time
make
when
me-
you know the time when you doxed me as well? When I was at a funeral on a late Haley who died of cancer. Don't piss me off today.
I didn't even know who
Shut your
you were,
mouth
so
and-
stop
No,
telling
you
lies
don't.
on my good
No, you
clean
don't,
name,
dear.
Black
Shut your
Coat,
mouth, man. You're not a
right?
culture vulture. I don't want to talk to you as well. Put Rickster in the box, please, because he
Stop
doxed my
talking to me then.
Hope he's
He
not
doxed
in
my
the box.
kids.
I
Tell
don't
him
know
your
where
own life
he
with the
is.
12
No,
years.
let me tell you something, Rickster. Let me give you something now. Rickster, if you dox my little kid again, yeah, I'm coming for you. And if you dox my parents again, I'm coming for you. If you dox my brother and sister for you, I'm coming for you. I'm telling you that now. I don't play them games. You can talk about me how much you want, but don't dox my people on here.
Sorry, I was on the phone. I didn't even hear
That's
nothing
disgusting.
this man
I
said. I was
don't care
actually
what
on the phone.
anybody says. Actually, shut your
Top
mouth,
girl,
man.
I mean not top
You
girl, Black
dickhead,
Coat.
shut your mouth, man. I don't want to talk to you.
You mute me because this
Listen,
man has said
I
things
don't
about
want to argue with her. I don't want to argue with her. She's vile. She's racist towards her own kind. I don't want to talk to you. You're disgusting, man. I don't know what you're doing.
Angie, can I
You
speak now?
called a
Because
black
this
man
old
a
granddad has
coconut.
been talking. Oh,
You
God. Go
called
on
a
then.
black man a coconut. Make it make sense. But you're in a box full of white people, so how the fuck can I be a coconut?
Not white.
Huh? How can I be a coconut if you're in here and you're black? Make it make sense. You're around all these white people. You said that I'm
Torian's
around white people to stay
multicultural.
relevant
I'm not
on
white.
here.
I'm not white.
I'm going to
That's
respond after.
Yeah,
Go on.
listen, why are you getting involved for culture vulture? Shut your mouth.
All right,
It's got
Angie,
nothing
can I
to do with
respond?
you.
He's just talking. Can I respond now? Like, I don't understand.
And
Thank
then
you.
you turn round.
So,
and
the
then you
reason
turn
why...
round. Shut your mouth. 'Cause I
Angie,
haven't
mute him.
finished
Who
yet.
the fuck
Shut
are you
your mouth.
talking to, you
I'm
fucking old
talking
man?
to
Go
you.
fuck yourself. Don't
I'm
be telling me to
talking
shut
to.
up.
Why are you swearing
Have
at
some
me for?
respect. Don't tell me to shut
I don't
up.
need no
Mind
respect
your
from
mouth.
you.
Mind your mouth.
disrespected me. I
Don't
don't
tell
need
me
to have
to
no
shut
mouth
up,
for you.
you
You need to have respect
weirdo.
for me. I'm a big
You
grown ass
weirdo.
man.
Flipping
You need to have
Cyclops. Shut
respect
your
for
mouth.
you
Whatever
need to have respect
Cyclops.
for
Whatever. Shut up.
Angie. You need to have respect for everybody in this room because you're a young lady. Shut your
Anyways,
mouth, man.
can I speak now? Because I
No,
don't
you
understand.
can't.
He keeps
No, you
talking
can't.
and
who you calling
talking and
Cyclops as
talking.
well? Who are you calling Cyclops as
You,
well?
what are you going to do
Exactly.
about
You
it?
see,
What are
so
you going
there
to do about
I'm
it?
not going to do nothing about it because you can listen. No matter what you say
Do
about the
nothing.
scarring
Go
on
look
my
after your
goddamn
kids.
face here,
The kids
I
that
will
have
always be
finish,
better than
please.
you. Let me tell you that
He's
now.
been talking
No
for 5
matter
minutes.
what you, Alicia, Top Girl, NJ Horse, or any of you rascals say about my
Whatever,
face,
Cyclops.
I will be always better
Whatever,
than you.
Cyclops. Go
Always be
clean your
better
house,
than
man,
you.
you tramp.
Clean my house. I've got 100 gram blood clot, yard. What you on about, yard? You're still fucking on council. You're in housing streets. You're a tramp. You're a tramp. You need to stay on here to stay consistent to pay your bills. You're a tramp. Don't come and try to disrespect me about. You're a tramp, man. You was listen. Oh my God. You see that racist little individual there? Eh? And you have her in the box here and she turn around and call it me a coconut, you little seller and a sellout. How dare you? You call me a sellout and you're around white people. And I've never disrespected you in my life. I've never disrespected no white people in my life. You disrespectful woman. You need to hang your head in shame. You as well, Alicia, and you as well, Top Girl.
Black Pope, nobody cares.
Angie,
I promise you, no one cares.
Miss Angela, can I say something?
I have a lot of respect.
Angela,
for
shut
Black
up,
Pope.
listen.
One sec. I have a lot of respect for Black Pope. I really do.
Sorry to
I
hear
do.
that.
I love listening to his opinions, and big up Black Pope.
You're such a
liar. Something now, Angela.
Yeah.
Did you just fucking mute me to talk?
Bring Torian back. Justice.
Bring Torian back right now.
Yeah, well, because she was talking over him. He
was just rambling. It was
he doesn't always get my box.
Andy, why are you doing that? No, because he's been talking for 10 minutes, yeah? The reason why I called him a coconut, no, let me talk. The reason why I called him a coconut is because he was sticking up for Evil Queen when Evil Queen was...
Oh, okay, guys, don't mute. Go, carry on.
Bro, you lot are taking a piss. Seriously, I'll actually drop. Anyways, as I was saying, I called him a coconut at the time because he was sticking up for Evil Queen when she was being racist towards me. So I said to him, as a black man, you're not even defending nothing, but you're against me. So yes, I called him a coconut. This man has spoke about my religion. He spoke about my kids. He said that he's going to do juju on me. He's got a voodoo doll. He's going to poke the voodoo doll. So I don't care. You need to worry about the allegations that have come up under your name, Alan, because that's really what your name is, not Black Pope. Alan, yeah, and sort it out. You're a whole granddad. You should be in the garden, fucking gardening and watching your grandkids, but you're here arguing with someone that you can be their grandparent too. You're an old man, you stinking cyclops. You're part of the fucking medieval creatures. You stupid man. Come off my name, or you can meet my brothers and my uncles and they can really get it cracking. You pussy.
Going down on this.
Tired of arguing with men on this app. I'm tired. I'm a woman. I'm not arguing with no more men. If you want to argue, jump in my DMs because let me tell you, my brother's got hands and he will really throw them for me. Don't play with me, Black Pope. You stinking old creature.
He was talking about my kids as well. That's why he's blocked. He's weird. Saying about doxing at a funeral. I don't know nothing about doxing at a funeral. It's nothing to do with
My question was to you, Black Pope. Who? Someone doxed your child. Who was it?
And it was Rickster. He said it was Rickster.
Why are people doxing everyone's shit? That's weird.
Man doxed him. Who is Black Pope? He's lying. Please, he needs to worry about the account that has released all his pictures.
Not talking about you.
Stupid old man. Coming like
I think there was an account that put up a picture because someone sent it to me, a picture of him and a child.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know who their account was.
Risa, can I ask you a question? Can I put Black Pope in here with you so you can have a conversation?
I'm going to say to this you straight now, right? He is irrelevant and absolutely nothing to me. I don't care who he is, what he said. He said the worst about my child yet again. He said stuff about Talia and me. I'm not interested. Honestly, whatever comes out of his mouth, it's like a fart box. He don't mean anything. All he ever does is bullies women. Torian, Lakeisha Black. That's all they ever CLI. That's all they ever hear come out of his mouth.
Man.
I'm not interested in it. What I am interested in this, guys, I'll be on tonight at 9 o'clock discussing this. I'll see you all later on. Everyone join me tonight at 9. Big up Torian. Big up Angie. Take care of everyone else. See you later.
That Black Pope has got about 20 videos of me on his page. He's got about 20 videos of me on his page.
Yeah, he makes videos all the time and nobody cares.
And I know he said stuff about Alicia too. I've seen the stuff, but he gets about 10 followers. What he does is wants to become irrelevant. He wants to become relevant.
He changes his name to Evil.
He's using her platforms. But I'm not lying to you. If he was any good or he was a good host, honestly, God, I'd have a bit of banter with him or go back and forth. But I'm not joking, right? He's boring. He bores me to death. He's like, he goes on, he's got the same tone, and then all he does is bully women. You know what I mean? I've got messages where he said he was going around his Black's house to kick a door off him with his brother, and that's like, I'm like, I'm not interested in any of that.
Listen, the guy is not on nothing. He got someone to DM me to tell me to leave him alone. But you're doing constant videos about me every minute. I'm old enough to be your grandchild.
He don't stop speaking about Luke. He don't stop speaking about Luke.
I know, it's weird.
He don't stop speaking about Talia. Don't stop speaking about me because he wants to be relevant with EQ. He wants her platform. He wants to go, look, EQ, do you want me to stick my tongue where the sun don't shine up your back? So blah, 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 blah. That's what he is.
To be fair, I do like Black Pope. I have a lot of respect for Black Pope.
Angie, he don't even like you. He's got videos dissing you as well on his page.
I know. Please. He said not beef about me.
He's got videos of you too on his page.
I personally like him. I know that he's Yeah, so have you.
Yeah, I speak about you, but I don't have damn videos about you on my page like he does.
It makes a lot of sense, man. I like.
Anyway, guys, 5.5 thousand. Please follow this account and see you tonight, 9 p.m. on my show. Torian, big yourself.
Your life.
Take care, everyone. See you later, Ange. Bye. It's a sunny day. You need to get out and get some sun. Hey, Angie, get outside. It's lovely and sunny. Go and have a barbecue. Come off live. Do TikTok tonight. The sun is beautiful. Go and get a tan.
Yeah, I'll be
Speak to you later. See you later. Everyone should be out.
Angie needs more than a tan.
Oh, someone turned his microphone off.
Yeah, Rickster, go and jack off over AQ, you weirdo.
But wait, can I say something though? Black Pope jacks off over EQ as well. Just saying. I just said Black Pope jacks over EQ as well though. He does the same.
People not bored of it though. Like the whole thing, the same thing every single day between everybody. Like I find it really boring.
Yeah, I do. You know what I find boring is that I didn't realise how dangerous TikTok was. You know, people doxing addresses, you know, where your child may live and, you know, that kind of shit. And people looking on Facebook. People literally go on Facebook trying to find information about...
Eternity did that to me, Angie.
Huh?
Eternity did that to me. Do you remember she said she knows everything about me? Like, it's weird. Why? For what?
Yeah, she said it, but she doesn't.
Well, she did.
That was life on the crack doing that. That was life on the crack.
Between saying it and doing it.
But it's just weird. Like, why do you know where I live? No one's going to do nothing. No one's going to turn up. So what? What are you going to do?
No, it was life on the crack. That was searching you up. I swear down.
Yeah, but it was Eternity that said to me in Canadian Angie's that time, and she was like 23, Alicia. Yes, my old house address number. So what?
Anyways, I'm going. You lot are boring me.
See you later, Torian. Bye.
Very nice talk.
I'm going to the park. Goodbye forever.
Angie.
Hello, Top Girl.
Hi. Lindsay, you all right?
I'm Top Girl.
Lindsay, you okay?
I'm good.
Just stop obsessing over me, please.
Angie, you fancy me?
Hello?
You obsess over me?
Oh, this is Becky. This is
Angie,
Gabby's
follow me
friend.
back on this account.
Angie, I was hoping that I'd have seen that Rickster in here, to be honest with you. I am fuming.
Why, what's happened?
Just him running his mouth about Danny. Nobody knows about him. Everyone's speculating about him. Everybody's got his name in their mouth. And it's just like, it's getting too much for the family. I've had Jade on the phone. She's going through a bad time. Obviously, the children. Danny stays off this app now. That is being dealt with. Like I said. Well, that's your opinion, isn't it? Saying he's a wrong and you don't know. All you... all people do this.
Last time I spoke to you, you said you want to speak to Danny to get his side of the story. You know, have you spoken to him?
Yeah, I was out with him yesterday, and I've spoken to him today as well, and I've spoken to his wife.
Yeah, and
like, to be honest, honestly, Angie, to be honest, yeah, I know he has spoken to me and he has said things, but it's not my place right now to about the meeting and about him saying that Chelsea never went in that boy's bed. But the thing is, the thing that's Danny is, it's dealt with. No further action, and I just feel like it's just it's the family is really, really struggling now, and it's breaking all of our hearts from an accusation. I've heard.
Also, Becky, this is where you're missing the point. We don't know if that was a false accusation.
Oh, it's not against you, Angie. I was just fuming over Rickster, the way he was spouting his mouth off.
You're Danny's friend, right? So you're going to agree with believe him, right? Just like if that was your family, you'd probably believe him, guys, okay? So let's not have a go at Becky for that. However, we don't know if that's a false accusation. Do you know what I mean? We don't know that.
Yeah. But I'm just wondering as well, because everybody knows so much. Obviously, SA, there's a big bracket. You know, you can get accused of it. Someone got called a peddler on here before. That's an accusation. Does that mean we can't trust that person?
I'm sorry, but any man that puts in a bed with a 14-year-old.
Have you got the proof of that?
We don't know what that's either. This is what I'm trying to say to everybody. Yeah, where's the evidence? Show this evidence. The only people who know this is the mother. Has she spoken on it? No. Where is this mother?
Why? Danny was friends with the mother. Danny,
why isn't this woman speaking on it? Why isn't she coming on live and speaking on it?
Yeah, why?
The thing is, Angie, the thing is, Rickster runs around saying, well, there is evidence out there, Chester said it, such and such said it. That's not evidence, that's just falling out with EQ.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So
Is
how can he
Chester
sit
there?
there and say, oh, EQ's a peddler because Chester said it? I mean, I could go on live now and say, oh, well, Becky, you done this, you done that.
Exactly, babe. It's exactly the same situation. The exact same.
He's obsessed with EQ, honestly. I fucking
But
hate
like
him,
I
man.
said, it's more Rickster
Can I
that
say
I
one
wanted
last
to
thing
touch on
before I
here.
leave? Angie?
After he wasn't included in a Channel 9 promo shoot.
I think she's gone to the
Where's
door.
Angie gone? Guys, can you quickly give me a follow? 1,010,000.
Piss off, get me to 10,000 before top though.
Guys, everyone follow me,
I'm guessing he's not in here, to be honest.
Thanks, everyone.
Got the TV on.
The thing is, if Rickster has a problem with anybody, that's fine. Whatever. But just keep your mouth, just keep Danny out your mouth. I don't understand what people are trying to achieve. All he wants to do now is live his life with his family and try and move past these disgusting allegations.
We haven't actually mentioned any.
Rickster didn't have his name out of his mouth. That's why I wanted to come on.
Yeah, that's...
The thing is with Rickster, and I think he's more obsessed with taking EQ down rather than the actual thing that's supposed to have happened. Because if he was really concerned that this had happened, he wouldn't be doing this. If he really wanted to protect the kids, then he'd be like going to the fucking police and getting it sorted out properly, or supporting the family and the mother that's been diagnosed with terminal cancer.
There's no outcome. There's no outcome on here because at the end of the day, it was NFA, right? There's no outcome. There was a police case. It's been dropped. No one can go to the police about it. It's already been done. So no outcome.
I'm just adding fuel. Do you know what, darling? People are saying I'm adding fuel to fires and stuff like that. I'm not. I'm sticking up for an innocent man because everybody thinks they know him and was there. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a big, big bracket. You could go out and touch someone's bottom in public and get accused of it and get arrested. And you
I think people's problem here is the fact that it's what EQ is saying about children.
Yeah, but that's fine. If people have a problem with her, people should talk to her. You know, Danny's just trying to get on with his life and it's breaking everybody's heart. I don't understand why everyone's so arsed, if I'm honest. I really don't. Especially, I'm just livid with Rickster. I wanted him to... Becky Bora.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to be... I've been on the phone to his wife and stuff and she was devastated. They were just trying to...
Can I ask you a question? Can you not get Danny in the box?
Danny's not with me right now. Danny was on the phone to me. And if I'm honest with you, maybe one time when he's at my house, he will get in the box with me on here. But also, I think to myself, no one's going to believe a word he says anyway, because everyone's going to believe this kid.
Well, I'd like to hear his side.
So it's just hard. It's just sad. I just think people should just drop it.
Yeah.
I just need to be involved. When I trust him with my children in a heartbeat. Honest to God. But you see what I mean? You can accuse anybody of anything. I think Rickster's been accused of a lot of things. But why isn't he getting all this hate? You know what I mean?
Where did he get any dishes down? I didn't even have a bowl from me porridge this morning.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know who's this in the box. Let me just...
I'm not saying his bags.
Who else is in the box?
If I'm honest, Dean, I was hoping that Dev would have been in there. He's the one I've got the issue with.
Who? Sorry, who did you say?
Oh, sorry, I was just talking to my partner. I said it's not anyone in this live that I've got a problem with. Everybody's saying, so you think the child's a liar, so it's basically... It's like, so you're saying a man's a liar.
Nasty little thing.
Becky kidney saving, bore off, you don't even know what's happened.
Yeah, but this is people's problems because
Can I ask you a question, Becky, right?
Yeah, of course you can.
And I don't know if you know the answer to this. Right, the boy had a hickey on his neck.
Yeah.
Is there evidence that he actually had a hickey there?
No, and if I'm honest with you, I feel like that's evidence that they should provide, if you get me, because obviously they would have pictures of all this, wouldn't they? Oh no, they didn't, because it didn't happen.
But the police had some evidence to pull him in.
If you get accused of something, you get arrested. If there's no evidence, you get NFA'd.
Yeah, but NFA doesn't mean innocent. Doesn't mean guilty.
It doesn't mean guilty either, darling.
No, exactly. But what I'm saying is this is where people have got the thing because they don't know if he's innocent and they don't know if he's guilty.
Well, it's like I just don't understand why people.
Hey, Tom.
Wrong.
Hey, Anne. Can I just ask Becky? Becky, are you aware that people in the chat are saying that EQ did say that he was in bed with a 14-year-old?
Yeah,
that's not. I don't know, darling. I don't. It's nothing to that.
No,
what she
and
said.
the EQ said. No, EQ said the family.
The second point is, if Danny
Uh-huh.
doesn't want this all over a TikTok, then why put yourself in that fucking position in the first place?
What, being a
Why,
friend?
as an adult, would you put yourself in that type of position in the first place?
Well, I'm an adult. I'm an
Charlie,
adult.
can I just correct Charlie? Charlie,
He gets on with my children. Does that make me
EQ would said that Danny and his family were in the bed. EQ would said Danny and the family were in the bed and then watching a movie, and then Sam would come and sat on the end, and then I don't know if that Sam had went back off the bed and they had fell asleep while in the bed as a family.
But what obviously mothers allow things to do is none of anyone's business apart from that mum. Do you know what I mean?
I just think he's using that family just to go at people with. I think he's just, I don't think he's actually bothered about the kid himself. He's just more bothered about getting clout from it.
Who?
Dexter.
Oh, absolutely. Completely agree with you. That's why Angie listened to me the other day and I was dead nervous and I was on the FYP and I was dead cringing at me life when I saw it. But she's being sound and lovely and she saw both sides of the story. But when he comes on spouting his mouth like he knows Danny, like us, throwing these allegations round, no, it's not good. And I've got Jade ringing me, devastated.
That's his wife, right?
What?
That's his wife.
Yeah. Well, people are saying you weren't there, you don't have opinion. Well, neither was you, hon. Neither was anyone.
But this is what I was trying to say. As a parent, because it's NFA, it doesn't prove innocence, it doesn't prove guilt. And as a parent, it will make you more wary of that person.
I think Angie's right in what you're saying. There's not going to be any conclusion to all this unless the mother comes on and maybe has her say. Like, we're just like...
Oh, forget the mother.
Ifs and buts.
Forget the mother, because she was talking about a PayPal, that, you know, it's not I mean, and she was lying. You can tell she was lying about that.
Sure?
Oh, see, I'm no comment. But I'm just, yeah. It's a weird one, but everybody's going to have their opinions, especially when those allegations get thrown around. But I heard someone get called a peddler. No one's pointing fingers at them.
Becky, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, darling, yeah, of course.
You just said to somebody in the comments about them not being there so they don't know. But when someone asks you a question about Danny being in the bed and going to sleep, you said that you don't want to talk about it, but you said you've come up here to talk about it.
Yep. No, I came on to basically tell Rickster to pipe down, really, because it was devastating my friends. Do you know what I mean? And I just wanted them to be okay. It's not my place to disclose anything. Do you know what I mean? But there's two sides to the story. And it is there's nothing really we can do now.
From tomorrow, people need to stop talking about Danny, stop talking about this boy, stop talking about the mother, stop talking about the EQ situation, that peddler and all this kind of shit.
I agree. It's just heartbreaking. Just let the family be now. And if you got your opinion, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Just stop talking on it tomorrow.
Pardon?
I'm just saying, just stop talking on it. That's it.
It was, to be honest with you, it was just the other fella that boiled my piss. I'm not gonna lie to you, coming on like you knew him. I'm like, are you having a laugh? But someone said, why are you on here? Because someone's got to have his back, you know. And obviously, it's me that chose to. He's just getting all this fired at him.
Becky, can I ask you a question quickly, please? Say, for example, would you allow me, okay, to sleep in to sleep in the bed with your child?
No, because you're a stranger.
Exactly, I'm a stranger. Let's say I was your daughter's friend's dad and they came round mine for a sleepover and you found out I slept in the same bed as she did. Would you be happy with that? No, you would come round and wring my neck. Okay, now take me out of the equation and put Danny in there. Because that's exactly what happened. Regardless of whether Danny did it, Danny did
Was you
it.
there, hon? Was you there?
One sec, guys. Hungry guys.
So you're telling me he never slept in the same bed as Sam?
No, that's hearsay.
EQ said, why would EQ said it? It's her friend. Danny's her friend. Why would she say that then?
I see Danny virtually every day of my life.
Okay, then why
every
did
day of my
EQ say
life.
that? EQ is Danny's friend. She's sticking up for him. Why would she say he slept in the same bed as him if it didn't happen? Why would she say
One
that?
sec, hungry guy. Did that actually come out EQ's mouth?
Yes. EQ literally said it. They slept in the same bed together. Okay, now Becky, explain to me why Danny is sleeping in the same bed with a 14-year-old. That is a stranger. They're not family.
It's an allegation, hon.
So EQ's lying. Are you telling me EQ's lying?
I've not heard that coming out of her mouth. I can't
Okay, well
speak
now
for another
even the
person.
comments,
You better ask
even
her
the
that. You
comments
know what I
can
mean?
even say this. Okay, now look, EQ said, I'm also piecing a story together.
Hungry guy as well, yeah? That is disgusting if that's the case, yeah? No adult should be sleeping with a child, yeah? That a strange a child they hardly know, right? Or just done it and that's not their own child, right? However, that mother is just as disgusting. I don't wish to anyone.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you.
That mother
She was there all the time.
much to blame. One sec, that mother is just to blame and is disgusting and vile for allowing that to happen.
You're absolutely
for
right,
allowing
Angie.
an adult to sleep with her son.
You're absolutely
Only
right.
14 years
Now,
old.
if someone came and said to me, oh, here's my child, you can do whatever you want with him. If I chose to do it, am I going to say, oh, no, well, the mother let me do it. The mother let me do it, so it's okay. No. Me as an adult, okay, I've got my own brain. I've got my own noggin, okay? I know what is right and what is wrong, okay? And I know not to we can't just keep blaming the mother. Forget the mother. Danny is a grown adult. He did what he did. Okay, we can't go away from that, and I don't think he was lying.
One sec, can I just intervene? It's both their fault, the mother and Danny. Because that mother...
I forgot that he was there, you say.
Can I just say, I still do not know any facts. I'm piecing.
Oh,
the
now
story.
you don't know any
Let
facts.
me speak, hungry guy. Be quiet. So I'm going off like what Leanne's come on and said. Danny has never, and Athena in the background can verify this. He will not even speak about this. I have not even got a full story from Danny. I don't know what's gone on still really myself. I'm just getting loads of things fired at me. Oh, he was in the bed, you know what I mean? It's just like...
EQ, why would you say it then?
Because I'm being told these things, love. And
You're being told by who? Who told you?
Danny did tell me that Jade and Sapphire and him were at Leanne's home. Jason, you're not listening. You want the answers, but you won't listen.
Take the hungry guy. Let him listen, please.
You were like, I'm not answering no more questions. It's on Danny. Leave it to Danny. Goodbye.
Oh,
Thank you. Now, Becky, do you see? Becky, do you see?
No, shut up, hungry guy. People you like listening to your own voice, guys. Me. When someone you ask it, the person that's there to answer the questions you all have, you won't even let her speak. You speak over her. Why do people keep doing that?
Because apparently he was there, and he was there apparently in the room looking at it all.
Angie, did you not hear what she just said? She said more than enough.
I wanted to hear what EQ had to say, not what you had to say.
You just heard her. She said, well, Jade and thingy, and then she stopped.
And she
because
stopped.
she realised what she was saying.
You were laughing. Stop doing it, because it's really annoying that people talking over. Rick did it earlier, talking over EQ, and I wanted to hear what EQ had to say. I know people have to hear their own voice, but stop doing it, man, because I want to hear what people have to say.
Okay, well, come back in the box then, EQ. Have your say. I'll stay muted.
You come back in the box.
We don't need her in the box, do we? Because Hungry Guy apparently was there and knows all the facts.
So you just said the same thing, though, Becky. You're acting like you were there as well.
Exactly.
Hon, I'm just saying. NFA, name out the mouth. It's ruining the children's lives and Jade's life. It's devastating.
What about Sam's life?
Exactly.
Oh. And what if Sam's lying? And what if Sam's lying, hon? Do you know what happened? What he was accused of? No, you don't.
What if Sam's telling the truth?
No, but Sam should have been safeguarded. And
Can I just say something? Yeah, if what happened has happened and the mother was aware of it, them sleeping together, then that's down to the mother. That's that mother's fault because that mother didn't safeguard her own child.
Exactly, and EQ said that the mother told EQ. Leanne told EQ.
Oh, Iggy's story changes so much. It's like, yeah. But anyway, I said what I had to say. I'm going to drop.
Too bold. People say, we'll talk about that. You're like, no.
No.
You go, no, come on,
Yeah, because I don't.
No, but you
I'm
say,
not
like,
talking on behalf of Danny.
I know, but you go like, I can't comment on that.
It's not my place.
You've just got to be careful what you're saying as well, because you're like, well, like Angie said, we're never going to get to the truth of it, and we can't sit there and say the boy's lying, you know, and we can't say that Danny's lying at the same time. So like, you can't sort of like start, you know, well, the boy, hey, you know, the boy's lying and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain.
I understand, darling. I completely understand. The reason I wanted to jump in the box was because of how ferocious and like crazy Rickster was being.
Can I ask you a question, Becky? What was Sam's motive? I think I asked you this yesterday.
I don't.
What was his motive for making up?
I've got no idea. Absolutely no idea. And I don't even think anybody knows, if I'm honest.
Becky, but your husband's there, which is his best friend, right? So would he not know?
My girlfriend, yeah. No, because like I said, when you get accused of that, there's just not really much going back from that, is there really?
It's really unlikely. It's really unlikely a child will make that up. A teenager will make that up for no reason.
The mother, Sam's mum is in the comments, Angie. Sam's mum.
I'm just muting Eva Cassie, Angie. I don't think she realises she's in the box.
Who's that?
Eva Cassie.
No, like the lady said, it's always going to be a what if. People are going to have their opinions. All I wanted to do was come on, just say, look, it's done and dusted. Why are we still talking about him?
Yeah, because it does get on tomorrow. Stop talking about it and done.
You know, it's sad. What if it is just an allegation, a nasty allegation?
Yeah,
that sticks like shit on a ship.
Becky, I think the biggest for me is what was his motivation? What was his motive for making that up?
But that is the question for everyone who say stuff like that, isn't it? It's like people on here when they get accused of things.
Yeah, but you know what, Becky? You know what I find with you? No, I do. Don't take this the wrong way.
No.
I can take it the wrong way. But you know little about Danny, but yeah, you said you'll have your children around him.
I just don't disclose much on here because
if I have children, right, and someone's accused, I'd probably want to know everything about as to why they were accused, what was his motive, what happened, did they sleep in the same bed, did they not sleep in the same bed? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because Becky, you have said that you haven't really spoke to Danny about the actual incident. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think you as a parent, like, you should be questioning him if he is around your kids. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know he's your mate and stuff, but
I totally, completely understand where you're coming from, and like I said earlier, there is a lot I do know, but I'm not going to be obviously disclosing it because Danny is not here to give it. It's his story, not mine. I've literally come on because everybody is at his throat, and it's over and done with.
But I think Becky, what you have to understand, it is over and done with, and you're putting yourself in the line of fire for this person who you can't categorically say wasn't in that bed or not.
And Leanne, Sam's mum has just written in the comments, Becky, you can't talk about Danny because you don't know what went on.
Is this Sam's mum?
Yeah, she's in the
Mum, is that
comments.
Leanne? Can you
Yeah.
not get in this box and clear all this up? Because I'm telling you, you would do that, right? Because people are saying that your son slept in the same bed with Danny. Now, if I was a mother of a child that was being accused of all this kind of stuff, I'd probably be jumping into the box to clear it up. I mean, is that true or not? I can top everybody and get her in if that's what she wishes, or if she wants to put it in the comments. But that's the question: did they share a bed?
I think she should be, because I think it'll just sort of put an end to it as well. Like, you know what I mean?
Her opinion.
Yeah. No. And by the way, Leanne, I am sorry for what you're going through. I really am. I do. I've had, I've got cancer in my family, so yeah.
She could also be very unwell and in not being able to get in the box.
True.
But she is writing stuff in the comments.
If she can put it in the comments in there, I would appreciate that. Just to clear things up,
Yeah, she's under Leanne 123.
Oh, okay. So
I think as well.
In Leanne 123, did they share the same bed?
Because I think as well, if she's obviously going through this and she doesn't want it spoken about, I think Rickster should respect the family
both
as well.
sides of it. Both sides. It should respect both sides.
The boy just made the accusation up. It would be classed as no, we don't know whether that's true or not.
Danny's just texted me to tell you something. What did Danny say? Tell them I won't be answering any questions. All my questions were answered to the police, and I don't need to entertain TikTok, court, judge, and jury. Which I get, he doesn't, because it doesn't affect anybody. It doesn't affect anyone's life on here.
Yeah, and
nobody.
Yeah, because his solicitor would also tell him not to speak on it. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, if it was an ongoing case, but an NFA, he can say what he wants about it.
And what I'm saying is the solicitor would advise him, when he had a solicitor at the time, not to speak on it.
Oh, yeah, of course. Like I said, it just got me back up a little bit. Angie, you've been lovely and saw all sides of it, which is genuinely nice. But obviously, when they just believe what they want to believe without facts and stuff. But
yeah, I know about false accusations. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's what it is. I just don't know, but I know about.
You hear it on this all the time.
Because that's a really, for me, a big one. Because usually, with someone making a false accusation, they have a motive for making that. You know what I mean?
Becky, who is Danny's?
Has his mother replied in his comments?
I'm just looking now, and I don't think she has.
No, well, there you go. She's not even saying anything, is she?
Out of respect for both parties, I think it should just be left.
But the thing is, though, right, Angie, like a lot of people are saying, she's ill, which understandably she is. But, why is she commenting in this live? And then, obviously, when people are starting to ask her, then she's not, saying anything. Why comment in the first place? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's like I said, everybody's going to have their opinions and their thingies. People are gonna judge and stuff like that. Also, you're questioning. He's just messaged me again. Also, you're questioning an NFA. I could literally go and get a job in the police, etc. I have a DBS check. There's no mud on my name. Only what TikTok armchair court want to say and speculate.
Yeah, well, it's funny how he can see what we're saying on TikTok when he isn't on TikTok. And two, he's not the only one. When Devon was NFA'd for Grape, he was dragged over this app. And he's still...
That's pretty sad, isn't it? That people don't have anything better to do with their life.
Well, not really, but it involves kids and women. People are going to be opinionated.
Yeah, I know, but can't some things be kept quiet or private to the people that it actually involves? These allegations, say for argument's sake, this allegation is completely false. Imagine having that on your name as a man.
It's true. Imagine put Sam.
Awful.
Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, I think if I don't know how to say it, but I think if Sam wants to talk about it, then I think it should be up to him on the platform he chooses.
My
You know what I
two
mean?
biggest questions are, and that's to his mother that doesn't want to talk on that, which I do find a little bit odd. I'm not going to lie, 'cause she had a lot to say before in the comments, is did they sleep in the same bed? And, to Danny, what was his motive if he was to make it up?
But Danny's never going to know that, is he?
Well, he is. Do they argue? Why did he just suddenly go to the police station and accuse him? Do they have an argument before? Well, I mean, listen, even if he did do it, he's going to lie, so there's no point.
Exactly, Angie. That's what I'm saying. We're never going to get the full thing. And I think Rickster needs to just stop using it as a thing to get clout and to try and drag EQ down if he wants to go for EQ. Like Angie was saying earlier, like Rickster's coming on saying, well, there is evidence out there. Chester said it. Like, since when was Chester any type of evidence in a SA case? Do you know what I mean? Like, I think if someone wants to talk about it, they should just talk about it.
And if there was evidence, it probably wouldn't have been NFA'd.
I would keep going. You keep going. I'm not. But the thing is, NFA is like you say, it's not innocent and it's not guilty. So we can't sit there and say, well, he got NFA'd, he's totally innocent. Do you know what I mean?
Well, to be honest with you, in that situation of such a brutal allegation, an NFA would really go quite far, I think.
But the thing is, Becky, there's like historical grave cases, historical SAs. It's really hard to get evidence, not even on historical, like SA as a whole, even grape as a whole. Like, that's really hard to build evidence to get. Like, that's why nobody really gets done. Like, not as much as what they should do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it. My words are muddled up.
Is very low.
Yeah, and that is sad. It is super sad. I'm not going to lie. If I was a mother and I thought that had happened to my child, oh God, I don't even want to say what had happened.
Because Angie, I keep getting tagged. Like, did Danny run away or something, or move it away or something when he was getting accused of it? Because Hitler's saying, why did he run away and just give his?
All I know, if I was that mum and there was an NFA, I'd be singing to the roof on the, on TikTok. I'd be telling everybody about it.
Mm-hmm.
She has not done that. She hasn't cleared anything up.
The thing is, he has come off this app. He's trying to get on with his life. He's got the children. My children go on TikTok. The last thing I want to see is that. He's messaged a message to you, Angie. To Angie, you have to remember, I lived through all these allegations. Why should I have to come on to please TikTok people who bear no relevance in my life and bring my mental health down? Again, for what purpose? You can all speculate the story, but I was investigated by professional bodies, not TikTok Panga.
Apparently that Leanne that was commenting, Angie wasn't his mum, even though what she was putting sounded like his mum.
What did you say, sorry?
No, it doesn't. No, it's fine.
And someone just said, why is Becky on? Becky's on because no one's got Danny's back. Everyone's just speculated that he's guilty.
Well, we were told Danny wasn't on the app anyway.
Oh, so it makes it okay to talk about someone that can't defend themselves? I don't think so. It's not nice.
No, I'm just saying that's like another thing that's come out that's not truthful.
His wife's got TikTok. Danny has got TikTok, but he doesn't go live or anything like that.
Becky, can I ask you a quick question? Do you mind asking Danny, why did Sam make up this lie about him?
Well, absolutely not for you, because you apparently know more than I do. Definitely not.
You're speaking to Danny, okay? Ask him, why did Sam make up this lie about him? What brought Sam to make up this lie about Danny? What, did Danny do something, or does he have a vendetta against Danny? Or
we already asked her, she doesn't know.
Honest to God. He'd probably know because he apparently knows everything about it.
Becky, just listen to what I'm saying to you, okay? Don't stop diverting, okay? Ask Danny, why did he make up this lie about him? I know no child has ever made up any lies about me, and no child will ever make up a lie like that about me. So, but why, Danny? Why?
Mate, you have got no relevance in mine and my life. I am not going to send that message to Danny. Absolutely not.
Why? Do you not want Danny to clear his name? Like, so surely
Absolutely
this
not,
will
not
like
to you,
clear
because
up a lot
apparently
of
you were there, hon. Apparently you were there and you saw everything. And
Who said I was there?
You've literally
I'm going on
found
by
him
what his
guilty
best
straight
friend
away.
said.
You don't see any other sides of stories, so you do not deserve that.
I'm going off based on what his best friend EQ said. Okay, I'm not making up random stuff out of my head. Okay, I'm going based off what his best friend has said on the app about Danny. Okay, so this energy that you've got, it's not with me. It should be with EQ. Okay, now if Danny really wants to clear his name, okay, just ask him, why did Sam make up this lie?
How does he know, hon? He isn't Sam.
Okay, so you're telling me, would the child ever make up a lie like that about you, Becky?
Pardon?
Would the child ever make up a lie like that about you?
How is that relevant?
It's very relevant.
No, it's not, hon, because it doesn't affect your life.
What?
It's got nothing to do with you. Or you saying that I should have a problem with Chelsea. Never had a problem with her in my life, and I never will.
But but she made up this lie about Danny, allegedly.
I'll ask her then.
Said that she's never really spoke to Danny about it. She was just going off what people were saying on TikTok.
No one said on TikTok that Danny slept in the same bed except
Chester
her.
did, I think.
No, they didn't. I swear to God, wallahi al-azim, I will pay you if you can find me a footage or anything that someone else besides EQ said that about Danny. Who else knows Danny on here?
I will.
And I really do think that.
Sorry, I was just talking to my partner.
There's got to be more.
No, Rickster said it apparently, because apparently Rickster knows all, hon.
Rickster said it.
Apparently Rickster said it.
Okay, tell Danny
Oh,
if
Chester
he...
did say it, Hungry Guy, because he said that EQ was in the bed with him as well. But
Yeah,
EQ
not
wasn't
before
in it.
EQ said it.
I'm not telling Danny anything by
Chester
you.
said this about a year and a half ago, I think.
She said that EQ slept in the same bed with a 14-year-old. They never said anything about Danny. The first person to bring up that Danny slept in a bed with Sam is EQ.
Oi.
Do you want to know what I personally think? I think EQ and Danny slept in that same bed. And I think EQ said it to literally divert away from her and put all the blame on Danny. That's what I personally think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to sleep better tonight knowing that, hon.
Oh, well, I hope you sleep like a baby, Becky.
I will, darling.
Good for you.
Hi,
Good afternoon, Angela. I've just got one question, right? So Danny's not on the app, Sam's not on the app. So who are the people on this app trying to make accountable? I'm just really confused.
Danny and his partner are on the app.
Who's on the app, Beck?
Danny and his wife.
Oh, they're both on the app. Because
they're on the app.
Right.
Sorry, me partners.
No, that's fine. I was just a bit confused because people are talking, but I'm like, well, who are people trying to make accountable for this?
Like I said to that guy, that hungry guy, apparently.
Yes, you can see my name.
I can't actually, hon. I've got a crack in my screen.
We'll get a new phone.
That's what I mean. And like EQ's saying me, but when I listen to people, it sounds like people are, this is between Danny and Sam, isn't it? And the way Rickster's talking is like EQ is Danny. That's where I'm a bit confused, Ange. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how can EQ be accountable for whatever actions Danny's done? I'm lost.
Do you want to know why, Hayley? Because EQ has gone round this app saying that Danny hasn't done this. She stuck up for him like there's no tomorrow. She threatened the mother who is ill, Okay, she literally threatened her on live, saying if you dare speak on this or anything like that, the thing is, like, I don't know why EQ does what EQ does, but to me, it's just all like it's just very odd.
I don't want you in here. Wow.
Yeah, and I get that, but how can people? That's like Angie standing accountable for something Linz does or says, or like, how are people making her accountable, and what has she done to be made accountable for what Danny's actions are, whether that's true or not? We will
because
know.
Chester put out a video, didn't he?
Yeah, which is crazy, isn't it? Like, who listens to Chester?
I've never even heard of him. See, I can't. People are asking me loads of questions about this Chester and Chelsea. Never spoken to them. I haven't got an opinion. You know, never had a problem with either one of them. Chelsea can hold her own and she's strong to be able to push through situations like this. But whereas Danny's not that kind of person. So no one is. Chelsea's going through her own stuff at the moment with all the shit that's being spoken about her. And it's just devastating when I'm getting phone calls off his wife and holding the kids and like being so sad that everybody's got this. But obviously Hungry Guy will know because apparently he was there.
Well, I stand with Sam.
Respectfully though, Bex, you can never, with an NFA, you can never say it's real or not. You don't know whether that's happened or not. So people can talk about that every day, can't they, till they're blue in the face, but no one will ever know because no one was ever there.
Yeah, of course.
And also, Becky, I can guarantee you not one person in this box or anyone here has been accused of doing such heinous acts by a child. Children don't just go around accusing adults of these things.
Well,
okay, it doesn't make any sense.
The accusation was?
Sorry?
You don't know what the accusation was?
Well, apparently there was a love bite on his neck.
Hiya, I'm just going to go against what Ayla's just said, because she just said, to be fair, like, whatever, but, like, to be fair, Becky, like, you're here sticking up for Danny all the time.
Yeah, children do make things up, yes, they know that.
People get influenced by people as well, kids get influenced. You know, you can say to some children, do that, and they go, jump, and they say how high, you know.
But you know what? No matter
if there was a love fight, that's evidence.
No matter how high my child jumped, I would always be there for him. Always.
Thank you, Penny.
As would I, and as would Danny to his children.
I've got 3 children, and right, I've put in the comments numerous times, right, someone find and look back on the live, EQ's lives over the past few weeks. She actually said that Danny slept in the bed with Sam, and then she retracted her story last night. So can someone find that live, please? And that's all I'm going to say, and I'm
Penny, we've all seen it. We know it exists.
Yep.
We've all seen it.
Yeah.
She's admitted actually seeing it, but she's saying something about how she was confused, but then she jumped out the box.
No, I'm sick of confusion. I'm sick of EQ saying she blames it on her ADHD. My son's got ADHD, but he would never come out with the shit that she comes out with. He's 19 years old, and I have a hell of a life with him. But all the bullshit she comes out with is absolute crap.
I can't comment on that. It's nothing to do with me. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I've never met her.
Well, drop out the box then, because you're just talking on Danny all the time.
Sorry, because it's not your story, and I'm not going along with your narrative.
But to be fair, it's not your story either. You jumped in the box the other day. You didn't come with facts. You jumped in the box again today, and you haven't come with no more facts. So why are you actually jumping in the box, Becky?
Hon, why are you in the box? You got him.
No, because I've just questioned you. So don't tell me why I've just jumped in box. I'm saying to you what everybody else is saying.
Because no one else is here to support the other side. Everybody is just speculating, and they have no idea.
Like, Becky, they're not going to jump in the box and support the other side because Danny hasn't supported himself. He hasn't said nothing.
And he doesn't have to, hon, because it's private matter on TikTok.
No, I'm going to say it, Becky. You just keep jumping in the box saying Danny said this, Danny said that. Unless we hear it from Becky, Danny, sorry.
Yeah.
No one's gonna listen to you. That's
Can I ask you a question, Becky? I mean, if you know it, what evidence was provided? Do you know what evidence was provided to the police?
There was absolutely none. Clout chasing, are you having a laugh on this topic?
Apparently, who said, can I ask you a question, guys? Who said about the hickey on his neck? Who came out with that? Who said that he had a hickey on his neck?
EQ.
Rickster, wasn't it?
No, but that was EQ basically clarified it when Thingy said it.
So EQ clarified that, right?
Mm.
So he had a hickey.
I'm going off based on what EQ is saying.
I've never heard her say that. Sorry, just to put it out there, Ange. Like, I've never heard her say that. I've only heard Rickster say it.
Yeah, I don't know if I've not heard EQ say it. So EQ is saying it was Rickster. So the boy might not have had a hickey on his neck.
Did anyone hear EQ say, so who would come in and just give a guy a hickey on his neck and just basically do that to a child? You would do more than that if you were going to do that to a child, wouldn't you? Did she not say that?
Can't comment, hon.
Remember, so I can't.
She said that last night.
I think it was, answering Ricky. So you said that answering Ricky. Why would you not say Ricky's a liar? That never happened. Or why would you say...
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to EQ.
Oh, sorry, darling.
To be fair on Guy, she was more bothered about...
No, not be quiet, EQ. Okay,
No.
I'm literally going off based on what you're saying. You can't say things and expect people not to question it or speak on it. You're on a public platform.
To be honest, I know I probably annoyed you, Penny, by getting up here. But
no, you haven't annoyed me, babe. It's like, if you're gonna
a hickey to me is evidence.
No. I didn't even mention the hickey.
And
I spoke about what you was talking about. So don't bring the hickey to me.
I wasn't bringing it to you. I was just telling you that would be evidence.
No. I weren't talking about evidence, Becky. For God's sake.
I'd say, Becky, it wouldn't really be evidence because that could be from anybody. Right?
Yeah, certainly, but there'd still be photographs taken. If my son woke up one morning with something on his neck like that, I suspected one of them, I'd be taking photographs of it and taking it to the police.
Well, how do you know that Leanne didn't? And said it's
that's evidence, darling.
No,
That's
Becky.
evidence.
NFA means not enough evidence, Becky. I think you're really, really dropping yourself more in it here. So I think you need to be quiet because you're not helping Danny out one bit.
NFA could be no evidence as well.
I feel like I'm the only person right now. Everybody has got him strung up and quartered. It's
Ange, I do agree with what you're saying there. I don't think people heard you say it, but...
NFA means either lack of evidence or no evidence.
Mm.
So no further action was taken.
It needs investigating.
No, with an NFA, you can't say whether it's that someone's made it up or Danny didn't do it. There just wasn't enough evidence to prove him in a court trial that he would be found guilty of it because there was a lack of evidence. It doesn't mean that he hasn't done it, does it?
Oh, sorry.
Becky, do you think it's fair for Danny to allow you to come up here and get all this grief and basically get all this I don't know what flack or whatever you call it? Yeah, are you happy with what your friend is allowing you putting you through? Are you happy?
I'm my own person. The only person that's bothered about me doing it really is my partner because I get too passionate about things. At the end of the day, he's like family to me, and I just feel like in one video, I was just saying there's two sides to every story and every single person is standing by one side.
But Danny's saying, I don't need to come to proof to TikTok court and all of this.
Definitely not. No, definitely not.
Then why do you need to do it?
I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm just asking people to try and keep, what are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to achieve? What are you going to get out of this situation? You're never going to meet him. None of your kids are going to meet him.
Right, to be fair,
Becky, a lot of us have
that,
empathy.
all we're saying is you've made the situation worse because you've done tucked in boxers and you've said all this stuff about Danny, and now you're making everybody question Danny even more. That's all
Exactly.
we're saying.
How, hun? What
It's
have I
not,
said?
it's not having a dig at you.
No, I
Because
just answered questions.
No, you jumped up yesterday, you jumped up today, and I feel as though you've made this situation 100% worse for that man. And you're saying that you're supposed to be his friend.
It couldn't be any worse.
Wow. Yeah, it could.
It couldn't, hon. I promise you right now.
No, yeah, it could, because it's all over social media. So if it was private in the village or wherever you live, that's between the village. But now you've took me the box and made it 100 times worse for that man.
How?
So tell me you've done more harm to him.
I'm just wondering how, hon.
I've just told you.
What, by coming on social media?
No, because you can't. Because you're trying to answer questions that people are asking, and then you're giving bits and bobs of the story. You've made it worse for the man.
But babe, it's nothing to do with anybody on this app what the story is. I get messages off Danny to read out to you guys of what he wants to say. It's nothing to do with anybody on this app.
Right, well, you need to jump down out of the box then and stop talking about Danny, because honestly, you have made it worse for him, babe. Honestly.
How well? I just...
Right, I'm not going to repeat myself. That's it. I'm going on mute.
And Becky, if he's man enough to send you text messages to say on the app, then he can come on the app and say what he needs to say himself. Okay, stop being a pussy and running around sending...
I just want to know if they slept in the same bed.
That's what I'm saying, Becky. Ask him that. This is the $1 million question.
And what difference does it make for your life? What answer you get? No, not you, Angie. I'm talking about...
Hungry guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, do you know what difference it makes? Okay, with us as people, as human beings, okay, we like to protect children. Okay, all of us do. Okay, it's just in our nature. Okay, so when we hear stuff like this, okay, it's automatically, and TikTok is reality. It's almost as if like we know these people, we know each other, and like even though we're all strangers, but it feels like like I know a lot about Angie, and I've never met her in her life. Okay, well, I know what I've seen on here, but like, do you get what I mean? Like, TikTok,
100%.
people can't just say it's an app. It's an app. It's not really an app anymore.
Because, an adult sleeping with a child that's not their child, that's wrong. That's...
Sorry, I'm just reading some of the... All I wanted was to basically ask people to just try and let the man get on with his life, with his children and his wife. His poor wife and his kids are
Poor
also
Sam.
victims here.
I agree
Poor Sam.
with that, Bex, but I think in the same breath, if something did happen, then there is a child that is going to go the rest of his life living and knowing what happened to him.
But to be fair, Becky, you're a hypocrite. But if you want him to get on with his life, stop jumping in the boxes then, babe. Because you're just making it worse.
People have got the name in it, so why can't people just keep his name out the mouth?
Another question is, right, another very important question is because the mother hasn't really spoken on it, has she? Is it like, were they sleeping in the same bed? Did he wake up with a hickey on his neck? You know what I mean?
That is true, Ange.
She would be a witness, wouldn't she? As well.
Exactly.
Do you know what? Thanks, Andy. Thanks, because you see it from both sides of the situation.
I said, Becca, then you've got they're going to be questioning the mothers. Well, why would you let your child sleep with an adult?
Right, to be fair, Ange, I'm going to jump in.
That's the $1 million question, isn't it, though, Angie? Like, why, obviously, it doesn't give Danny the right to do what he did if he did do it, but why, as you as a parent, allowing someone to sleep in your bed, like your son's bed?
No, that's wrong. How do you actually know that she knew that? So that's wrong saying that. You don't actually know.
Well, no, because if there was strangers in my house, right, like I would be making sure that, well, one, I wouldn't have strangers sleeping in my house to start with, and two, if that was the case, I'd be going checking in on my child. So it is the mother's responsibility as a parent.
Absolutely. Totally agree with that.
No, what I'm saying, when everybody else is asleep, how do you know exactly what happened? You can't blame the mother.
Talking over a penny.
You overspoke me once again. Yeah. Now I've lost my thought.
Yes,
But you just said you can't blame the mother, but at the end of the day, you can't blame Danny either because nobody knows. Okay?
I think we should just change the subject because there's no resolution. No one should be talking.
No, this is what I mean. And like, it was only Rickster I had an issue with it the first time, and it was just like, but he's been accused of all sorts on the app, but no one's at his throat. Like, it's just heartbreaking, and I just wanted to see.
Can I say something that's really gonna, honestly, it's gonna really get people's backs up here? That if, and I say a big if, that child slept in the same bed as that boy, my opinion, and I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. Even though if he done something, to that boy, absolutely, he should be locked up for that. If right. However, I would personally blame the mother more, for allowing it to happen. Yeah, and I say that, and I don't care what anyone says, because you've allowed something to happen to your child.
Yeah, I agree.
You've allowed that boy to sleep with that adult, not knowing really much about him. Well, even though
Oh God.
Angie, can I propose another question?
Yeah.
Why would someone who is in their 30s or like mid-20s
He's not in
or
his
whatever,
30s.
well, mid-20s, he's an adult, okay? Why would he, number one, befriend underage kids on a gaming app? Okay, I get people play games, whatever. Okay, fine, play games. But why would you take that to the real life? Like, what would a grown-up and a child have in common for them to be meeting up in real life?
Hungry guy, you can't say that because, when I was growing up, we went out with, other people that we met and,
Get more facts that he's got wrong.
Yeah,
like,
she met
he
the mum.
befriended the mother. He was very, very good friends with the mum.
Yeah.
Very, very good friends with the mum.
Yeah.
Very good friends.
So
he had a good relationship with the mum. They were very good friends.
So the mother was in the gaming.
No, EQ was in the gaming.
No. She just said that he befriended the mother on the gaming.
The mother, hungry guy, the mother was always in the background.
But he was very good friends with the mum, and obviously when you've got children, you integrate the children.
Yeah.
As far as I was aware, they met Sam first, like on the gaming app. They didn't meet the mother first.
When they went,
I think we should just drop it down.
you tell it when they went to like Alton Towers or something, all the gaming.
Yeah, all the gaming community met up in, it was like Alton Towers or Blackpool or something.
I think we should drop it because there's no resolution to this, to be honest.
But all the parents were there with all the kids, but
like we're just going round in circles, aren't we, really?
I know. Like I said, guys, I'm not trying to cause arguments and stuff. I just wanted to put Jade and the kids. More importantly,
don't out the mother, his wife's name. Yeah.
No, we know her wife's name.
Everybody knows.
I think that was my question, Ange, wasn't it? Like, who are people trying to make accountable for this? It's not EQ. EQ is obviously friends with him, but the actual crime that's been committed is between Danny and Sam. Like, EQ shouldn't be held accountable for that, essentially. And people...
There's no any substantial evidence.
Yeah.
For what, for anything about EQ. There's no evidence. Well, you could say, well, Bradley said this, that person said that.
I'm a partner. My partner's just said something.
It doesn't matter about the person said it. You can have 100 people saying the same thing. It's social media. People make things up.
My partner.
Oh.
And she has just said that when he got called into the police station, he said these allegations are very, very popular around here, around that area.
Becky, I just wouldn't say anymore. On a level, I just wouldn't say anymore.
Like, you don't have to believe it, hon. I'm just saying.
That's wild to say.
I'm just saying what's being told to me. At the end of the day, everybody's here calling him fit to burn every name under the sun, calling us all liars and stuff. I've literally just come on just to say it's being dealt with. What's it got to do with anybody? Because no one knows him. No one's ever going to see him. What are we trying to achieve? And that's why, obviously, I appreciated Angie yesterday, because she took both sides of the story.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree. No one to be held accountable, is there? I don't understand. You know, people are out with the pitchforks, but the pitchforks should be towards Danny, really, shouldn't they? I don't understand how the pitchforks are now turning to EQ. I don't get that, and I guess that's my question, because I don't get it.
No evidence in my eyes that EQ has done anything wrong for people to be calling her a pedo groomer. However, I do understand with what she comes out with in regards to children, where people might say it. But in regards to the Sam and Danny situation, no.
Yeah, like, I've got no comment about her. Like, you know, she's never done anything to me or my family, whatever. She sounds like an okay girl. So it's just, at the end of the day, I just wanted to try and put it to bed, and obviously I look like the bad guy.
I think, Becky, the subject was getting glossed over, and I just think you just brought more attention back to it, that's all. I just wanted to ask one other quick question. Yeah. You'd said earlier about Danny being on the app. Is Danny on the app?
Danny's never been off the app, apparently, but he's not active on it. Because obviously the amount of shit he got, which I get now as well, because I'm a terrible person, getting all sorts of bloody hate.
I don't think you're a terrible person at all. I think you're in here, obviously, trying to have your friends back out there. But I just think some things like this, it's just not worth it. I get where you're coming from, but when a child is involved, it's so close to people.
Oh God, I've got 3 children myself, darling. Like, I completely agree with you.
Angie, can I just say something? Because I'm just out and about at the minute. When this thing happened, obviously everybody's going to believe the child, okay? And I would 100% believe the child. But what happened was they were watching the series that was on a couple of years ago, which was Pretty Little Liars. Danny and Jade and one of their children were at the top of the bed. They had a child in between them. Sam came in and fell asleep on the bottom of the bed. Now, nobody knows what happened. So Rick's are bringing it up. Sam doesn't want to talk about it. His mother is ill and doesn't want to talk about it. Danny doesn't want to talk about it. And comparing the two, like to Devon, when Danny got arrested, his NFA was immediately. Danny or Devon was brought to court and there was evidence given for like 6 hours or whatever amount of days that he was in. So Danny got NFA'd immediately. If there was further evidence, obviously the mother should have brought it, like about the love bites and about any other evidence that there was. She should have brought it back up, right? And I'm not blaming the mother or Sam or anything. I'm just giving the facts of what happened that night. So there was actually they weren't in the bed on their own. There was no, like, Danny wasn't in the bed with Sam on his own at all. Jade and his own child was in the bed.
Was you there, Manic?
No, but that's what I'm saying. That was the story that's been from day one, and it's never changed.
And that's the truth, Manic.
That's never changed. EQ has said it over and over and over, and it has never, ever, ever changed.
That is the truth. 100%.
So that's all that I came up to say, was that there wasn't just like Danny and Sam just jumped into the bed. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was a family and they were watching a series. Sam fell asleep. I have no idea what happened because I'm not there.
Can I ask you a question? How do you know EQ isn't just lying about what she's saying? I mean, maybe, I don't know, EQ is like men, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I know, but obviously at this...
The person that's going to know is Danny and Sam.
And respectfully though, Manic, it was Sam that went to Rickster, wasn't it? It was Sam that went to Rickster, and it was Sam and his mum that got heavily involved with Rickster and Corey when all of this came out. So respectfully, the mum didn't want any part of it now, but she was heavily involved in it when they had it. So while we can blame Rickster or Corey or whoever, it was Sam who initiated this conversation on the app.
Absolutely. But I just came up to like say that like it wasn't just like, oh, they went out and they had a night and Danny and Sam ended up in the same bed. So that's all that I came up to say.
But thank you for doing that.
I'm just going to drop out. And listen,
thank you.
I wasn't there and I don't know what happened, but I don't realise, I cannot understand how EQ is getting the blame. So if my neighbour went out and ran over somebody on the road, just let's say, and I'm not reading the comments either, and I went out to help like somebody, right, and I know it's no comparison, don't get me wrong, child essay is no comparison of what I'm saying. If I went out to help somebody and they didn't make it, is it my fault that they didn't make it because somebody else ran them over? Do you know what I mean?
Manic?
Yeah.
I think it's really... ask a question, love.
Yes, sweetheart.
I do like you, but you came in here a few weeks back after what EQ said, and you said to Angie, I will never ever support that woman again. What she said is disgusting.
Can I explain that
what's
situation?
What's made you change your mind?
Can I explain that situation?
I'd like to hear it.
Okay, well then here you go. I was not in EQ's lives. I stuck to my word. I messaged EQ. I messaged EQ Minx, and then EQ apologized for bringing out the baby clothes and the bye-bye baby.
Oh, so that's fine.
I took EQ's apology. Okay? I was not, and I was
you're
not
the woman I thought you was.
What do you mean?
Well, you always say women's rights and all this, that and the other, and then you've just gone back on everything you came in here and said. It's just crazy.
No, I don't think so.
Blows my bloody mind. Anyway, I'm off.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Everybody accepts apologies on this. So if you're after having a row with somebody and you call them out for it and they apologise, you're not going to take their apology?
Manic, I do love you and you know I love you, right? But I do remember Angie came to in EQ and you were... I'm gonna laugh.
I was going mad.
You were slating Angie in the comments.
I was going mad. I was going mad with EQ, and I did message her, and I messaged EQ Minx, and I did say exactly what I was saying on Angie's live to both of them, and then I got an apology off EQ personally.
I'm going to say thanks for letting me up. I'll let other people up.
I'm going to drop down now.
Can I just ask you one question before you go? I just think it was really unfair about you bringing Devon into this. Devon's NDA, saying Danny got it quicker. I think an NDA is an NDA, isn't it? I just think...
I'm just saying the comparison was that Danny had never had a court case and had never been on trial. That's the difference. People are saying, an NFA. Each NFA can be different. NFA. You can be brought in, you can be kept for 3 days on some NFAs. You can be brought in and it can be like 10 hours. It can be 12 hours. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I have to go to the school, so I'm going to drop. But it's a messy situation, but I don't know how they're going to resolve it. And I send in love to Leanne, but I don't know how they're all going to resolve it. So that's all that I'm just going to say. And you've been looking great the past few days as well. And Lynd, don't mind him going at you. We all got your back in here with Rickster. Don't worry about him. Right, I'm going to drop.
Bye, love. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
But no one's going to like that because obviously she's got the same opinion, like an alternative opinion.
What the hell am I listening here? Can I change the subject slightly?
I don't care. I was pissed off and I said I'll look for everyone, including your grandkid, because I was angry. My bad. My wrong. Shouldn't have said it. Should have watched more carefully the words that came out of my mouth. I apologized. I apologize again. Well, that was like fucking a month and a half, 2 months ago. Don't try to make it a story. I apologize then. I don't
No matter what's happened. Thank you, Jackie, for the giraffe. With me, right, guys, right? I give but you don't forget, do you know what I mean? But I do appreciate that apology because at the time, you know, when people do use my granddaughter against me, it's obviously they do it because it's my weakness. But I'd just like to, like I say, will we be friends? No. Will we ever speak? No, but I do appreciate an apology. Sorry goes so long.
Yeah. Who else wants the box, guys? Anybody else? Cloud beer.
I'll go in a minute, guys, because obviously we're never going to resolve this. Obviously everyone's going to have their own opinions. I just wanted to try and say there are two sides to every story, and it's nothing to do with anybody on social media, is it? It's something that...
Sorry, Becky. I just want to say, Devon never went to court, so Manic don't know what she's talking about. She wants to put the bottle down and shut her fucking mouth because Devon never went to court. So she shouldn't be talking on something that she knows fuck all about.
Yeah, that's what I come in here to say. Devon didn't go to court and Danny went on the run.
Neither did Danny.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about Danny. I don't know if he went to court, if he was arrested. I know nothing about that. That's why I don't speak on it. But I'm saying now, here and now, because Devon went live and said it. He never went to court. It never went to court. There was no guilty, not guilty. There was nothing like that.
I think the issue is Manic was using it as like she almost was weaponising it, you know. Oh, Devon went
because that's what people do. That's what they do.
Yeah, she's come up here and she's lied about Devon. Devon never went to court at all. He's openly admitted that yes, he was arrested, he got NFA'd, and that was the end of it. So why is she coming here spouting a load of lies?
Another person that's been accused and stuff.
Yeah. Guys, I'm sorry for saying NDA. I got my words wrong. I meant NFA. Sorry.
And just to let you all know, Danny didn't go on the run.
I don't know why people are sat discussing like traumas and things. It's crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to come up and say that because Manic chat's absolute shit. She's a clout chaser.
Oh.
Right, guys, I'm going to end this now. I'm going to come off. I need a break. I'm knackered.
Oh, yeah, so am I. I'm like the devil at the moment, but like I said, I just wanted to
See you later.
put his, I don't know, just keep his name out mouths, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But thanks, Angie, anyway, for having me.
Oh, thanks, Becky, for joining. Thank you, everybody, and I'll speak to you later when I come back on.
See you later, Angie.
Bye, darling.
Bye, guys.